Okay, we've got the featured match for week 2 of season 65 of League here. And Bienchen is also here spectating. Hello.
Hello?
Commentating, I should say, even rather than spectating. We're gonna do that. So this is tufftaeh versus Viking39 for E3 division. Should be a fun match. We are not playing with Rising Sun cards, I guess.
Oh, here are no Rising Sun cards so far,
Yeah.
right? It's the main Dominion game server.
Which is maybe for the best, because I think tufftaeh play tests, right? So it makes sense that
Oh
it would
yeah, I
be,
think, yeah.
yeah, it would be a bit mean to have Viking39 play with the brand new cards with someone who's already familiar.
Oh yeah, that's, yeah. I mean, the new cards are really exciting, but they're always complicated when you haven't played them. So yeah, I agree
Definitely.
on not doing that in a league match
I
when you
probably
haven't played it
will,
before.
but I would like another week or so to get my head around it.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
All right, looks like they're getting started.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Both
don't
are
know
unready
how.
for me again. Oh, okay.
Sorry, say again.
I just saw both unreadied again and I was a bit confused.
Oh, well, we seem to have found a game.
What do we
Okay.
have here? Okay,
Well,
we have Fresh, we have Buy, but only First Mate as Draw and Wishing Well.
there's also
Or Werewolf.
werewolf.
Yeah,
hmm
yes.
The thing really leaping out to me is that vampire is here and they both have a 5-2, so this looks like a good
Yeah,
5-2 to me.
yeah, for sure. I should certainly go for Vampire here with 5.
Yeah, I think so. You want to be gaining um maybe werewolves to start. Well, I probably would want 2 vampires, but that's obviously you can't gain the second one with vampire.
Oh yeah,
Um
yeah,
But starting off with werewolves, I think sounds good to me because you can get villa at the point where you actually need a village.
yeah, I agree on that. That would be
Um,
my plan as well.
yep. I wonder about silos. That might be good to have, like, if you do have a ford, like on the second shuffle or something, that might be a good time to take silos.
Yeah, yeah, probably it's worth it. I mean, you would expect to be out of coppers not that far away, but until then it seems just
Yeah,
beginning
they're gonna
to
hang
get
around for a
around
bit.
them. Yeah.
So they did both go with the vampire, and
Mm-hmm.
I would think nothing on the 2. I don't think the herbalist is worth it. Like, ultimately, Villa is going to be your buy,
Yeah.
and it's not really doing
Oh,
anything.
I'm
Oh, Viking did take the herbalist.
surprised about this herbalist.
Uh
Do you say herbalist or herbalist?
huh. I say herbalist. I think
Okay.
herbalist or herbalist rather is the American way, is my
Okay.
understanding.
I've heard both and I was always confused how
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
correctly pronounced.
Herbs sounds very, very funny to me, the American pronunciation.
Yeah. Like it's herb gatherer as well. So
Right, right. Okay, so yeah, it was werewolf on the first vampire for tufftaeh. I think that makes sense to me.
yeah, and Tuft
Um,
is the herbalist. The herbalist. Sorry.
you should pick one. You can pick either the liberty of the freedom. Uh, oh, that was like a friendly war, right? Nothing got trashed, and it was just
Oh
cycling.
yeah.
But Viking did also take werewolf, which,
Mm-hmm.
yep, I think that makes sense.
Yeah. Do you
Here
think
I might
first
get the
mate make
silos.
yeah. Do you think first mate makes sense?
Hmm. Definitely not
I'm not
yet,
fully
right? Maybe once you're trashed
yeah.
later, it could be interesting to play like first mate and a couple of villas. but you're gonna have werewolves,
Hmm.
which first mate
Yeah.
isn't good with. So I'm not really sure. I think it
First
might.
mate can first mate play werewolves? It can, right?
Yeah,
No, it
it
can't because
can,
they
but
need
then
an action.
you won't have
Yeah.
an action unless obviously you've already played a villa,
Yeah.
and then you're not making use of the draw, so
Yeah. That's true. Okay.
it's not amazing.
Oh, we see silos. That's great.
Yeah, I think so. That's good.
And this is
Um.
a nice fresh hand for tufftaeh
Oh
with the
yes, that
blades.
is good. I might get silver here. What do you think?
Y- I think you need money at some point, and it's probably easier to hit more werewolves with a 5, so I probably would take a silver, yes.
Mm-hmm. There's also you can try to gain with wheelwright and like use
Mm-hmm.
monument for some cash, but I think I would just get the silver at this point. Oh,
Student
student.
is
Interesting.
surprising to me.
Interesting. Oh, I didn't even actually sort of consider League of Bankers. Don't know how relevant that's gonna be.
I thought it's not relevant, but we may find out we are wrong.
Mm-hmm. It's a good silos.
Mm-hmm.
Viking has a second herbalist, which I
Interesting.
don't think I would have taken, but that was a really unlucky draw for them. I was gonna comment they had like a 2 coppers, 3 estates hand on turn 5,
Yeah,
which is really sad.
yeah, for sure. But I think I wouldn't have taken any herbalist, and at least not two of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Incidentally, I keep saying they just out of habit, but we do know the pronouns for both of these players. Both of them are he, so I may try and remember to say he.
Oh yeah, true. What do you take as tufftaeh here?
Hmm. Yeah, Conjurer seems
Conjure? Mm-hmm.
probably yeah, because that would be nice for getting villas, maybe wishing wells, maybe monument.
Monument? Yeah, maybe.
I could see having a
Yeah.
monument here at some point. I think I might. I don't know. Maybe I'm a monument lover compared to most people.
Yeah, I like monument as well. I just thought if it's worth it here, but yeah, I mean,
Not
why not?
yet, for sure, but at
Yeah,
some point I
yeah.
could totally see it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The haunting is a bit sad here for Viking.
Oh, this hand is awful for Viking.
I mean, I guess it could be worse because you can student a copper, which bit unfortunate that you then have to put the student back on, but you can
Yeah,
draw, you'll draw the student another copper and one more card with werewolves, so you will then have a couple of cards to trash with the
yeah. At
bat,
least it's
but
it's good for the bad trash. But yeah,
not
hopefully he
amazing.
draws the states. Yeah, surely not amazing.
There's still 3 estates in this deck. Oh no.
Yeah, and Shifter is got rid of all of his estates already, which is great.
Yep.
I feel like Vikings shuffles were not that great so far.
Yeah, agreed. That second 2 hand was really unfortunate.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Didn't play the student at all.
interesting. Oh, it
And
trashes
trash
the
the.
student.
Yeah. I can kind of see it. It's good
Yeah.
to just
Hmm.
get through the deck a
I think I
bit.
would have played it and just trash another copper and then draw.
I think I would too,
Mm.
but I'm not confident.
And yeah,
There's the first
it's
villa gain.
nice. Yes.
What do you do with the conjurer here? Maybe wishing well?
Yeah. When I think the most that makes the most sense to me here. then another set hand for Viking in the next one.
Yeah, this is not ideal. Really needs to be getting rid of these estates.
Yeah, for sure.
I think the two herbalists in deck is probably not helping.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, at least he can gain something with Vampire here, but that's
Yeah,
still very sad to have all these estates.
first mate. I think I would have gone for another werewolf, but first mate might be okay.
Mm-hmm. I agree on the werewolf. I don't think that first mate does a lot for him here.
Yeah, not yet anyway.
I mean, what can it play for him? Nothing so far, right? He does only the herbalist, which is not great.
Yeah, I mean, there's a
No, you can't. Even that you can't because you have no action left after playing first mate. So
yeah. I mean, you can, but it's not. You can and then buy a villa, right? But it's not.
yeah, okay, yeah, that's the only chance. Yes,
It's not
you have to
exactly
buy
what
a
you
villa.
want to be doing at this stage, probably.
Yeah, I think so. But the estate really hurt in his deck, and yeah, not great for him so far.
The tufftaeh is getting close to drawing here.
Mm-hmm.
I think trash the curse with the student, and then you don't put it back on top, and then you can draw 3 of the last 4 cards
I
with the
was,
werewolf.
yeah, I was just about to suggest that as well.
Unless
Okay.
you're desperate for the League of Bankers activation, which I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah. I don't know about that.
Doesn't seem that amazing to me. But the payload is a little bit on the weak side here, I suppose. So maybe it's nice to have.
Yeah, but you don't get so many favors to get really value of that, right?
Yeah, like you can get it to. You're probably only going to get it to 4, right? And so it's just like a 1 extra coin
But yeah,
each
so
turn.
that's just a copper. So I think I would have skipped that.
I could see taking the student
Mm.
just to get the conjurers, because I think they are nice to have.
Oh yeah, that may be the reason,
Yeah.
or the main reason.
I would think the main reason.
Yeah.
Okay, well, tufftaeh has made it to the 4, so that will be nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure about the cost of like putting the student back on deck this turn, but no, that's okay.
Mm.
Yeah, like this won't draw.
Mm.
Viking has the silos now, which I think will, although it's a bit late, I think it will still help them because he's having a hard time drawing, right? I think this will just help to find the estates and trash them, so that's a good
I hope.
move.
Yeah, that would be great for him. He really needs that now. Otherwise, I don't see a way he can catch up.
Hmm. There's definitely a disparity by now, I think.
Yeah.
So this was not the most
Oh.
amazing turn for tufftaeh.
Yeah, he didn't find the draw. So I think he needs a second werewolf.
Um, is this a
Or
third
yeah, the
werewolf?
third.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was just asking, about to
yeah,
ask. I think it's already his third one.
I think so as well. I would have
Yeah.
considered first mate as well there for tufftaeh, but probably the werewolf is still better. Okay, this might
Yeah.
be a nice turn for Viking. We get some trashing in.
I would treasure herbalist here.
I would be tempted as well.
Estate and herbalist. And what do you buy then?
Wishing well.
Monument or wishing well? I think I would go for draw rather than
Yeah,
something else as Viking.
yeah. The draw is not enough here.
Well, since he's not
Silver.
going to trash the herbalist. No, he keeps it. Okay. Interesting.
I think that's okay as well. I mean, you can play it
Yeah.
eventually. It's probably about similar to a copper.
Yeah, maybe.
Another villa here for tufftaeh.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Definitely.
Oh, this is a nice turn.
Now, is
Look
he
at this
gonna do
draw.
some more? Can he get to 8 favors here? Probably not.
Hmm. I don't know. Hmm.
Yeah, not this
This
turn.
last. What's this last card?
Good question. Um,
I don't know.
didn't take sorcerer, did he? No. I
I don't think so.
don't know. It might just be copper.
He has already a very clean deck. That's nice.
Yep, this deck is going fairly well. I wonder about wheelwright. Like, it's not that convincing. You'd have to like discard your vampire to gain another werewolf or something like that, and then draw back around to it to make it worth it. Sorcerer could be fine actually for tufftaeh now, because Viking is having trouble with the draws, so
Mm-hmm.
adding some curses in there could hurt.
Yeah.
Bit hit and miss whether
What do
you.
you think about Scepter in this game?
Um, what do you want to scepter? Like monuments?
Werewolves? I don't know. I
Se-
wonder if it. Hmm. I don't know. I really don't know if it's
hmm.
helpful.
Sceptering werewolves doesn't seem that good to me because then you just draw stuff that you can't play.
Yeah. That. Yeah. Then you have to add more villas, but I don't know if that's helpful because if you have too many villas, your deck could stack with
Yeah,
draw.
I think you'd rather add villas earlier than you're likely to be like sceptering a werewolf.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, okay, so here a Viking can conjure a villa and then first mate the villa and draw a bit. That seems. Oh, or this, or this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this works as well. Unfortunately, the stuff that he drew wasn't great. That's a better hand though, so maybe a nice next turn.
Yeah. And Jufta has a great start, and here.
Yep, this looks like it should draw pretty well this turn.
Yeah, it looks like it should be guaranteed draw deck. So many werewolves to draw.
Yep. This will be the
What
8th favor, so that's nice to have, I guess.
and what do you do with the bat now?
Good question. Trash the student, maybe?
Yeah,
I don't want the student anymore. Like, you're not going to get to 12
and you
favors.
and you don't need to trash more.
Right,
You still have vampires and bat if you want, but
exactly.
you do not really need it.
And if anything, you'd like to be trashing with the bat so that you can get your vampire back, so.
Yeah, he
um,
may run out of actions in some of his turns, so it's probably the thing to trash something terminal then.
yeah, maybe. Maybe. I wonder
At
how.
least when villas are run out, then it could be
Yeah, I
hard
think
with
you
the
can
actions.
possibly mitigate that a bit with first mate, but also the game
Mm-hmm.
is going to be close to ending, right?
Piles are very low, yes.
The villas
But
are
how much
nearly.
money does he have? Not that much, right? That's all.
'Cause
That's all.
'Cause
That's all. I mean, you can
Yeah.
monument. It's 7, villa 8. You hit 8.
Well, I assume he's gonna draw again here with the werewolf.
Yeah,
No?
probably to find the other
Yeah.
monument. Oh, okay.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, play play the monuments. Bet the
Yeah,
student, I guess.
I think so.
10 is great.
I'm not sure what. It might be time for first mate here, because this is a lot of villas in the deck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Mm,
agree.
but I'm also not sure, like, what's tufftaeh's strategy for actually bringing the game to a close?
Sorcerer and run out curses. Which is
Yeah,
also
that can take a
slow.
while with Sorcerer.
I mean, that's also slow, right?
That's really slow. On the other hand, you can, if you score, you can buy quite a few curses on your last turn, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
'Cause
also true.
there are plenty of
I mean,
buys with Villa.
he already has a VP lead from all the monuments.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see taking Sorcerer, and just because like running the curses out is a nice way to bring the game towards the end that doesn't make your deck worse as you go, unlike adding green.
Mm-hmm.
And with this
Yeah.
big lead, I don't think he needs to worry about Viking catching up too much anytime soon. It's more just like how can you keep your own deck working. Oh, it is Scepter. Okay, 2 Scepters.
Scepters. Interesting.
I
I mean,
guess.
Viking still has a lot of copies in his deck, so it's not likely that he draws his deck and can.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I guess the Scepters are for Monument. I'm not sure.
yeah, maybe. I mean, that's also a good way to score then.
So Viking is gonna have a serious Villa problem because tufftaeh has just got most of them, right?
It's 8-2 or something. The
Mm,
split.
that's not where you want to be.
Really heavy. Yeah. I mean, these were some very unfortunate early draws for Viking.
Yeah, there was at least that one shuffle, I think, that was very unlucky. That's a good starting hand over there with Villa first mate.
Mm-hmm.
Or probably
Good
you play the
trade.
Villa and then first mate the Monument. So
Yeah,
let's see.
probably.
Let's see what tufftaeh will do with these scepters.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I guess you could also scepter Conjurer.
Oh
That
yeah,
could
so you can.
that will help run the piles down.
Yeah, that's true.
Um,
I mean, we have werewolves and monuments are
mhm.
fairly low. Hmm. Okay. What does he do now?
Oh, we didn't even play the
The,
Conjurer. That's a bit surprising. Yeah, he is just
yeah, he
sceptering
decided to.
monuments. It makes sense. That's a lot of money, and the points are nice to have.
Yeah. I know you just run the piles.
Which piles? I'm still not exactly sure.
Werewolf monument? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I guess if you take the werewolves now, then next turn maybe you can scepter Conjurer to finish off the monuments.
Yeah.
Or just buy the monuments. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I would take the werewolves, I think.
I think, yeah. I think werewolves make sense.
The deck might not quite draw next turn, but you can probably still get there. And if not,
For that
like,
purpose, you have to run the wishing words probably, but I'm not sure if that's even
yeah, that's gonna
slower.
probably slower.
Yeah, I think so. Also, he also has vampires, so he could take.
Yeah, can virtually finish it here already. And I don't think there's
It's
threat.
not here, right? He
I don't.
cannot finish now.
No, I don't think so, because you would have
I
to.
don't see it.
If you vampire for one werewolf, you still have to buy
Finish at
2 and
10.
4 monuments, so it's too
Yeah, it's
much.
not.
But I think it's pretty safe to just take as much as you can here, and like there's not really threat to catch up, I don't think,
Yeah,
from Viking on the next turn.
yeah, I agree.
Harry K, could you mute yourself, please?
Oh, I thought it's your
No,
ambulance or
it was.
something
Thank you, that's
in the
better.
background.
They're muted now.
Yeah, okay.
No, the loudest thing in my background is a fly that is buzzing around my room. I don't know if that's coming through.
No, I don't hear that, but
Good. It just drive me crazy then.
oh, he runs the wishing wells.
Okay,
Interesting.
okay. I mean that
Yeah,
definitely is better in terms of next turn being good as well, right?
yeah, for sure. Yeah, he's probably worrying that he doesn't draw soon
Yeah,
enough.
yeah.
So it's yeah,
I see it. Let's see
yeah, I
if
can understand
Viking
this.
can have a good turn here. If only there were villas left in the pile, then this would be a good turn. But
Yeah,
unfortunately, they have gone.
they have gone pretty quick.
Not sure what to take here. Like, what is the path out for Viking? It probably involves first mates.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, delusion is a good hex to hit
Oh,
with.
yeah, that's perfect. Well,
That's gonna impede tufftaeh in piling for sure.
yeah,
So that actually probably that hex has bought Viking a turn, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
yeah, agree. I think it's just an additional turn you get, but I don't see how he can
Yep,
score that much and end the game.
yep.
He would already need province duchy estate,
Yeah, it's a lot of points.
or yeah. I mean, he can score a bit with monument if you find if he would find it, but it's yeah,
Well, this hand is
not
it's not gonna do it.
yeah.
So what will tufftaeh do here given the delusion? Probably just take some points.
Good question. Do you really need that, or do you just take the monument
Yeah, I mean, you could just play as many
points and
monuments as you can and
yeah?
buy nothing.
I think
Or,
I wouldn't take any VP cards here.
hmm,
Just play the monuments and
I think I would
wait for the
take
next
like
turn.
a province at least, just to
Okay.
make sure that you maintain a points lead. I
Yeah,
mean,
probably as a player, I would be more scared and do that
right,
as well. But
because we're looking at this
uh,
bad hand, but tufftaeh
yeah,
doesn't know.
on the other hand, there is
Exactly.
not much that Viking can do with this. Even if he draws perfectly, there's not that much
Yeah,
in
yeah.
his deck.
I agree. It's not at all likely that you can catch up, even if you don't know the hand.
So if you play the Conjurer here and you are deluded, you can't take an action.
No, you can't. It's just
Okay,
buying, I think.
okay.
Yeah, you can't buy actions this turn.
Ah, yeah, it's always these small
Uh huh.
different wordings you have to consider.
Yep, yep. So,
There's so much money here.
oh, he's opted not to play the Conjurer. That
Interesting.
that's so strange because as
Um,
well as not gaining anything, then you have to draw it.
yeah,
I guess he wants to trash it with the bat.
Or maybe he just thinks the same as me, that he probably can't take anything with the conjurer.
Maybe.
I mean, he's such an experienced player. I
Yeah,
believe he knows much, but sometimes you are just,
that's true. Sometimes you just get something into your head
yeah,
that's wrong. I do it all the time.
vampire. Okay.
Well, it's
Oh,
fine
you
to
mean that
have, I
helps
think.
piling,
Yeah,
probably. Yeah.
yeah. So that would have easily won if not for the delusion.
Yeah.
So this
True.
turn, I
And
think we'll
look
see
at
it.
the stat hand again here.
The tufftaeh does
Now
need
it,
to find a villa here. Oh, there it
yeah,
is.
here it is. Here we go.
There are a lot of villas in the deck, so.
Yeah.
So I think we can be reasonably sure this is going to get there. I don't
Yeah.
understand trashing the Conjurer last turn, because sceptering the Conjurer seems like something I would want to be aiming to do this
Yeah,
turn, but
that
it's
would be great.
it's still easily there without the Conjurer. If
It should be
if it
if he draws. Oh, but
well,
this is, he doesn't
yeah,
draw here.
even this I think should probably
So
do
how
it.
much money? This is 4, 8, 10, 14, 17, 16. No, it's 19, right?
Yeah, is that enough? I guess not.
It's 18. 18.
Ah, you're right. Uh-huh. Yeah,
That's
it's not
not
enough.
enough.
Yeah, I think
Does this game gonna end on provinces now?
maybe. Nah, I think as tufftaeh you can for sure just lower some piles here, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I don't entirely like tufftaeh's the way tufftaeh played last turn, I think, with the gains. Although that's not really the reason he didn't draw here, right? Because he hasn't drawn the extra vampire, or
Yeah, he
I
didn't.
guess there's
He
the two
needed to find.
provinces,
Yeah, probably.
I don't know. It was probably much of a muchness either way.
Yeah, I think I. Oh, he even doesn't take the monument here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably he worries about drawing after this turn.
So I'm not. Yeah, Viking is just kind of helping with the pile out now,
Yeah,
which, yeah, I think it's a
yeah.
bit. There's
I
nothing
mean,
left to do really.
there's, yeah. What should he do? Just take money?
Take a desperation estate. It's not really helping you at all. Okay, is this in hand now? Yes, it is, right? Yes. Just buy a monument
Is it?
and vampire for the monument.
Oh, yeah.
Or the
I
werewolf, that also
thought
works.
you. I thought you need to empty both piles and didn't see it, but we
Yeah.
already have 2 empty piles, so yeah, that's
There we go. Oh, and the
that
revenge
game
delusion at
on.
the last moment.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's one for tufftaeh.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was well played by him, and yeah, Viking made a couple of deck composition mistakes near the beginning and had that really unlucky shuffle, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Friendly sauna.
Which one
Interesting.
is friendly? That's where you discard a
To
card to gain a
discard.
card? Yeah.
Yes. Mm.
So you can discard Sauna to gain Avanto once the Avantos are revealed. Is
Can
that
you do
relevant?
that?
You can, yeah,
I
because
don't.
the Avantos are also friendly.
It says friendly card and not the same card.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, okay.
That's cute.
Yeah, great. Yeah. Yeah, I mean
So,
that's the only trash, right? The sauna Trailway.
yeah. Yeah, so you probably do want to take that in the opening. thinking sauna silver or
Yeah, I think I would go sauna silver in that case.
yeah. It's probably right. I always just feel very resentful of the sauna silver open because it's not that likely to actually line up and
Yeah,
but it may well be best and there's a chance you hit 5 for a
I mean, if you
quartermaster.
get lucky and hit your silver with your first sauna, that is just great, but it's hard
Right.
to.
Yeah, the old map,
Oh,
I
we have an,
definitely I was considering that's the alternative.
but then you for sure don't get to trash. Does that make
Yeah.
more sense? I mean, it's a
Well,
bit thing, but hmm,
I mean you'll need your silver at some point, so
yeah,
I don't know. It's
I
hard to
think I
say.
rather add it early than later, but I'm sometimes also very unlucky with that. So what's the plan here? I think
Um
quartermasters are always
yeah.
nice.
Quartermaster looks good. Um
There's oh, Hamlet is by, okay, and probably Bard if you get the right boon.
yeah, I'm not sure if Bard is gonna come up here. It would definitely be nice to get if Avantos open up, then
Mm-hmm.
I think you'll want some. Otherwise, you're drawing
Yeah,
with Hunting Lodge, which is okay. I mean, there is
yeah,
some action
yeah.
payload here. It could be awkward if Distant Shore or something comes around and you've put some estates in the deck.
Okay, Voyage. Don't understand why people always take Voyage. It's probably
Oh,
because I don't know how to play it,
it's a
but I
whole
don't
extra
see the
turn.
value.
You definitely need it.
Yeah, but it's only 3 cards, so
Yeah, like at this stage of the game, are you playing much more than 3 cards in a turn anyway?
probably not.
I think I think it's good for sure.
Quartermaster as
Yeah,
tufftaeh. Yes.
that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course having your quartermaster down makes Voyage even better as well.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Okay, so the Swanas are going, so it looks like we're definitely going to see Avanto come out. Has anyone trashed a card yet? No, right?
No, the the first
Oh,
silver was gained last turn, so nobody could try
right,
something.
you're right, you're right. They both took
So
the old map. Yeah,
yeah, it's turn 4 silver, so from now we could see trashing.
yeah, let's hope.
Oh, Sunken Treasure is nice.
That would be good, yeah, to get some hunting lodges, maybe an Avante, maybe quartermaster if you're
Quartermaster,
Viking. Yeah.
yeah. Oh, the saunas already have gone. Interesting. I didn't expect that so quick after their openings.
Yeah, that was quick, considering there's still only.
Yeah, I mean friendly help, no, with
Yeah,
that.
did they actually do any friendly? I didn't notice.
Viking did at least.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, they both have infect. Turn 3 Tufftaeh did. I was not
Ah,
paying
yeah,
attention.
I missed the Tuftes one, but
Mm-hmm.
I saw it from Viking.
Yeah. So that nice to see that being used. I feel like friendly is sometimes like you'd rather just play the card rather than gain the thing. So it's good to see it
Yeah,
getting some use.
yeah. I mean, as long as you don't have a silver in deck, it's probably not worth playing it. But it's more, you get more value of just gaining another one.
Yeah, maybe so. So Tufta is considering what to gain with the quartermaster, which I would think might be Hamlet.
Yeah, I agree on Hamlet.
Cargo ship or improve, maybe also. Okay, he did go for the Hamlet.
I think Tufte already has a cargo ship,
Yeah,
so
2 might be
yeah.
okay. Another silver, I think, makes sense for Viking, who might finally get some trashing in.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Mm,
Probably just use this voyage turn to trash.
yeah, I would do that here.
play this.
Oh,
I mean, you still
okay.
can. You still can.
Yeah, you still can, but
Yeah,
mm,
I would have started with the sauna.
yeah, I, me too. And then he can discard a sauna to gain an Avanto, right? But
Yes, that's a good point. Okay. Didn't
huh?
do any trashing, but
Why? Interesting.
yeah, that was a bit confusing. Just wanted another silver, but he already has
Hmm.
2 silvers, I think, so. Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay, tufftaeh can do something similar here. Okay, chose to play the other
Mm-hmm.
sauna. That's fair enough. Maybe just wants to trash twice.
Yeah, then yeah, if you can fish twice, yeah,
I would have
in a
considered
good deck.
trashing once and gaining Avanto here, but I guess you can
Mm-hmm.
just buy the Avanto.
Yeah.
Oh, but only if you still only trash once, so it was kind of the same either way.
Oh, true. Yes.
Um, Maybe just buy Avanto here or Sunken Treasure. Oh wait, I'm looking at the wrong player.
Hmm.
It's Tufftaeh's turn.
What did he? He gains a bard. Okay.
Hmm, exciting.
Yeah, probably. I mean, the boons can be very nice.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's exactly the use I want out of my terminal space here, but I guess
Hmm.
there's going to
Yeah.
be more terminal space available soon with the saunas and Avantos getting going.
Oh, that's a nice starting hand for tufftaeh in the next turn.
Yep. So I think Viking's big advantage here is that he has the voyage, but the deck is under less good control, so it's going to be hard to consistently find and play it yet, I think.
I I don't know if the voyage is really that relevant, but that's just me not knowing the good value of
I think if I was
this
tufftaeh,
card.
I would be having the thought, how can I get a voyage?
Would be
But
great if we had a buy here.
yeah, where has the Hamlet gone? Oh, it's
It's still on the
still right.
quartermaster.
He hasn't taken it. Okay,
Yeah.
interesting.
With this started, I would have taken it, I guess, because I would. It
Yeah,
was
yeah,
very likely to draw well, so you really want to buy here, I guess.
definitely. And he took silver instead, which like the trashing is plenty for now, right?
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, I think that was a little bit underplayed.
Mm-hmm. Agree. I don't know what the way to go here. I would like to have a hunting lodge just to make sure I can
Uh
get the
huh.
sauna Avanto thing running if I don't have it in my start hand.
I would take Sunken Treasure, I think, because there's going to be
Yeah,
still. Well, what can you gain with it? Just Hunting Lodge? Like, villain is
yeah, only
not
if I
that
had,
exciting.
yeah, probably the distant shore thing, but
Yeah, at some point.
yeah,
Another
mm,
Quartermaster also seems worth considering now.
it quartermaster is in play, right? So you can't do that, or?
Yeah, but I mean to gain now instead of the
Ah, okay,
Drunken
yeah,
Treasure.
yeah,
Yeah, my castle is
okay, yeah.
also on the Quartermasters. Yeah, I agree for
Mm-hmm.
sure that you eventually want as many as you can. Whether you take the
Yeah,
second one now, maybe, probably.
yeah, that would also make sense. Do you just score with vineyards here then, or mainly with vineyards?
Yeah, I feel like I'm very bad with Vineyard. You definitely want to get a potion towards the end of the game. Whether
Yeah,
it's gonna be enough. Like, would you take multiple potions?
I don't know.
I probably would not, but that might be wrong. So tufftaeh went for the quartermaster. Yeah, I think that's a very reasonable choice.
Yeah, it is. A quartermaster can gain cards up to 4, so you have a lot of things to gain here for to make the
Yep, you want
vineyard
hamlets. You
great.
can, at some point, I mean, it might just be that the estates are going to run down with the quartermasters as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, this was a fairly nice 10 for Viking. Didn't find the voyage, which is a bit sad, but
Yeah.
I think Sunken
It
Treasure
was
makes
probably fine.
sense for him.
But I don't understand why he doesn't want to play with quartermasters.
Well, I would imagine he does want to, but just hasn't managed to get this deck consistent yet.
Yeah, maybe that's true. No, he takes a Hamlet now. That's great.
Yes, that needed to be done for sure.
It's
There's
yeah,
the
needs to find an
Avanto.
Avanto, and here it is.
Is there another
Do you?
sauna down there? No, I didn't think there
I
was. Yeah.
don't think he has a third sauna. I think
Mhm.
Viking has 3, but I'm not entirely
Yeah,
sure.
I think you're correct.
No
Um,
trashing. Why not
yeah, I would
trashing
have
the
trashed the
copper?
last copper.
Yeah, for sure. You don't need it.
Didn't actually take the buy here, which made sense because the
Yeah,
extra
he
stuff
needed
was
the
not really in
actions.
the hand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a
Hmm.
little bit sad, but he just needs more Hamlets then. But I'm really surprised about not trashing this copper.
Yeah, that seems like an odd choice. What would you buy here? Maybe it's hunting lodge time?
Yeah, I
Maybe
think I
the
would.
sunken treasure now? I don't know how much it's helping you.
I mean, if you don't buy a sunken treasure now, it's probably gone for the next turn because Viking could rotate. But I
Yeah,
think I like a hunting lodge as well. I'm not sure
yeah,
what I would do here.
another
Quartermaster,
quartermaster.
okay.
Yeah, I can buy that as well. You definitely do want to be just stacking them up. I'm just not
Yeah.
totally sure about the terminal space, but it's okay if you find your Avanto sooner than you did this time.
Mm-hmm. And once they are in play, it's not really a problem, but you have to get them in play.
Yeah, of course, you just need the the one bit of terminal space each turn.
And I want some Hamlets here for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nice draw here for
Yep, this is
Viking.
good. So this will be some good cleaning up. Can trash 4 cards, and I think he probably should.
Uh, yeah, I think so, yes. So what does he do now?
I guess he's deliberating whether to discard for buy, which okay,
He
he
doesn't
didn't.
discard at all.
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
think by the time you finish
So you do,
trashing, you probably don't really have 2 buys worth. By quartermaster, probably.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, nice,
Okay, and the voyage turn, you could play the sauna and see if you draw some junk. Okay, nope.
nice.
This is, yeah, I think seeing the copper, the sauna would definitely have been better to play. I wanted to play sauna, silver, sunken treasure,
Oh, okay, yeah,
but
yeah,
it
that
was a bit of a crapshoot whether you actually drew junk with the
mm-hmm.
sauna.
Yeah,
Good to get the Hamlet.
mm-hmm.
I'm not sure about the distant shore because Viking is still not really in control of the deck, so putting estates into it, I don't know, that's going to make things harder.
Yeah, it can make things really hard. Tufftaeh is fairly clean, right?
Yeah, definitely. So what are the quartermaster gains here? More hamlets? Or do you put something in bard? I would just take more hamlets, I
Mm.
think.
Yeah, I think hamlets are great because they can save your turn if you can take them. If you don't find your Sona Avanti, or if you
Yeah.
need an action or a buy.
Conceivably, it could also be potion time, and then it's there for when you want to pick it up to take
Mm-hmm.
vineyard.
Yeah, I definitely expect a potion soon for tufftaeh.
Maybe that's next turn rather than this turn.
Yeah, I think it's time uh, to delay that. You still have time
Uh
to
huh.
delay that a bit.
Yeah. It's nothing under huge pressure here. Ah, there's the potion already.
Potion, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean you can still take a hamlet as well.
Yeah, I think Hamlet for the other one is what I would do.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. Excellent.
And this is his whole deck. Nice.
So he can discard 4 by here and redraw,
Oh yeah.
which is there enough money to make it worth it?
Yeah.
Depends what you want to buy and whether you want to trash. I'm lazy, so I would just do it
Yeah.
and then count the money, I think.
I think that would be me as well. Just do it and think later about what you want to do.
Yeah. I discovered while I was testing some of the new Rising Sun cards, one of the prophecies really is not amenable to doing that, which is the one where you keep everything left in your hand for next turn. I've forgotten what it's called. Um, is it
I
biding
haven't
time?
seen
It might
that.
be biding time.
I haven't seen that yet.
Uh-huh. But it really, like, you have to count your money before you play your treasures to make sure you make the optimal choices about what to keep, and it's very tedious. I'm too
Okay.
lazy. uh,
Nice. I have to I have to read that and try that.
uh-huh.
It's not the one I saw. I had Divine Wind a lot of times and
Oh
panicked.
gosh, I've only
Yeah,
seen each of those once. It's quite something.
it is.
Okay, this is a nice turn in progress for Viking.
Progress as in sense of Rising Sun.
Yes, indeed. Now we have Rising Sun brain. It will be
Yeah.
impossible to think about other things. Yeah, no, this is good though. This is great.
Oh, nice turn. Yeah.
Yeah. Finally, we've got the deck under control, and he can trash the extra estate, so that's not, in fact, hurting him at
Yeah.
all. This is
That's great.
very good.
I think he needs more quartermasters.
Yeah, for sure. I would take more quartermasters here. Maybe. Well,
This
probably
must
you
be
want
a
to.
hunting lodge or something
Um.
with a sunken treasure.
Yeah, I think that probably does make the most sense. I'm wondering how much to trash here. Like, if you just trash the estate, you could
Mm-hmm.
get 2 quartermasters, but I think probably you do need to trash other coppers.
I would be too afraid if I keep all this
Yeah,
treasures in my deck, and I think,
yeah,
especially as tufftaeh is already very clean in his deck, I would
yeah. I
decide for
think
trashing. But
it's
it's
probably
always a
better.
it's always a tough question what to do.
I would have taken another quartermaster rather than the gold, I think.
Yeah, agree.
So this is not an ideal hand for a voyage turn.
You want to find your sunken treasure probably to gain something.
Yeah, that would
That's the
be
thing you. Or I think
um
hunting lodge and and discard would have been better for that, right?
Well, he couldn't play the hunting lodge. He didn't have it to start with, and then
Ah, okay.
the
I didn't.
Avanto was in
Okay,
play.
yeah.
Yeah, so that was
Mm.
not an amazing voyage turn. But I guess now that you have a lot of draw in the deck, it's going to be harder to have amazing voyage turns. Need to get more quartermasters down, and then they'll be better.
Yeah. I feel like at this point I'm totally lost with Voyage because I feel like I skip my good turns with that.
I guess the ideal voyage turn is you just happen to have a couple of payload cards on top, which at this point, because there's so much draw in the deck, is not too likely to happen.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's happening here? Tufftaeh has taken a second potion,
And
so
yes,
there's gonna be some vineyards.
yeah. I mean the quartermasters really help him to get a lot
Definitely.
of actions for that.
Yep, you can continue getting more quartermasters as well. And then the piles are gonna be,
You can run the piles, yeah.
yeah, his hamlets are nearly gone, and then you can
The
even
estates
just.
will run with the distant shores as well.
Oh, that's true as well. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was thinking
That
you can also
helps.
just quartermaster for the rest of the estates, but you're right, that's
Yeah.
gonna speed things up further even too.
Yeah, I think it's the correct uh, time here to start with the vineyards for tufftaeh.
Yep. I have a question. Does tufftaeh have a meaning in German? It doesn't look like a German word.
It isn't the German word. I
Okay.
haven't heard it. It's just uh, from the pronunciation. It's something that could sound like amazing.
Oh, interesting. Uh
Right?
huh.
So that's I
That's
don't know
fun.
where it comes from. It's not really a German word. It's something
Yeah. I always
like
notice that the second part is heat backwards, but that's probably not
yeah.
relevant.
I don't know why what the choice of this name is.
I should have asked when I was collecting the little bio.
Yeah, you should.
Well, that's something I will know for next time. Maybe
Great.
he will watch the video and tell us.
Maybe.
I didn't notice that there was a villain in deck now.
Oh, me too.
That's yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's gonna hurt that much for Viking. Like discarding silver doesn't do too much really. Although
Yeah.
I'm not sure what Viking's last three cards are. It might be that it's gonna be a struggle to draw here for him.
How many? Yeah, probably. Because we saw
Yeah, we saw a lot of
a
the draw
lot of
cards, I
Sona
think.
Avanto last turn. Yeah,
There might be another Avanto. Because he does have three, right?
I think so.
I think we're looking at all of Tufftaeh's Sauna Avantos in play, so.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. So easy to count.
Uh huh. Okay, here comes the vineyard, presumably.
I think so. Yeah.
And then another
I would be
quartermaster.
I would be surprised if you wouldn't take Vineyard here.
Yeah, after taking the potion into hand, it would be
Yeah.
confusing.
Yeah, Quartermaster and
Maybe another
um,
hunting lot or distant shore, perhaps, or even another. Well, the terminal
yeah.
space isn't quite there. Probably that would be too many Hamlet discards. Maybe distant shore.
Yeah, Distant Shore would make sense to run the piles. So
Yeah, I think it's definitely in tufftaeh's interest now to. It's another hamlet. Okay. I see the sense there as well.
Yeah.
Oh, this is.
Mm,
Yeah, okay, we did find an
nice.
Avanto.
Yeah, that's great for him.
Should be okay now. Although probably still not gonna draw. Well, there's more Avantos down here. So maybe. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
I
Can he
think.
draw everything?
I think it's fine to. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he can. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Great. He needs a buy.
Yeah, can discard here for buy and still draw everything.
Oh, he doesn't have a potion, right? So far?
True. Yeah.
Oh,
So maybe he'll gain potion on the voyage turn with Quartermaster.
what did
Let's
he do with
see.
Frost Tomatoes this turn?
Oh, I missed it. Good
It
question.
took the bar. Oh,
Ah,
wait, no, I'm wrong.
interesting. I think neither of these bards have. tufftaeh has just had a bard sitting on Quartermaster for like the whole game, right?
Yes. Hmm.
Takes villain. Well, I guess there wasn't much choice here really for the sunken
Oh,
treasure
yeah,
gain.
that's true. I was wondering, but that makes sense then.
Could have gone for cargo ship, which possibly even is better. I don't know. I guess the coffers are fine. 2 potions. Okay.
Okay.
Alright, what to do with the. Probably just play Hamlet,
Just
discard something for buy, and buy Vineyard and Hamlet or cargo ship.
Hamlet. Yeah.
Well, taking the Hamlet should be just losing, right? Because the estates are at 6, and tufftaeh has 3 quartermasters.
Wow, another potion.
Yeah. I think probably
He he
this
doesn't have
is.
the buys for that, right?
Well, I think the main problem is he's not going to get another turn.
Yeah, sure, that's true.
If tufftaeh draws. Which, to be fair, is not guaranteed looking at this opening hand.
He plays the villain, interesting.
Hmm. Well, you have to take Vineyard, yeah.
Take the,
Do you
yeah,
take Hamlet or Estate? Maybe just
the
Pursue.
question, how many Hamlets does he have? I mean, if you, I think you just have to hope that Tufte has a bad turn and get
Yeah,
another one.
which could
So you
happen.
probably need to buy.
Yeah, yeah.
That's always such a tough question.
So as tufftaeh here, do you just assume you're gonna draw and take like Hamlet as status? Well, no, he's already put 2 things into hand. Okay. That
Hmm.
makes sense because there's like tufftaeh is ahead. I don't think there's any reason to push the estates down and then discover actually that you have a dud and you can't quite finish it. That does sound risky. But Viking does have 2 turns to catch up if he can draw. The problem is Viking only has 1 quartermaster, so his voyage turns are still not
Yeah,
very good.
yeah. The quartermasters are really helping to for pile pressure here. Oh, he takes the bard. Interesting.
Yeah, maybe it makes sense because you just want to try and
Because
rescue this turn.
what do you hope to get as a boon? A
Mm,
buy?
like the sun, maybe? Or, well, now you don't need that. You have found the Avanto. Or the wind is the other
Yeah.
one I was thinking.
Wind is the one draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards.
Yep.
I struggle with the names, but
Oh,
that's
yeah.
the one I can. What is Sun's Gift? Is it action?
The one where you look at the top cards of your deck and discard.
Ah, okay. Ah, yeah, nice. Yeah, that would be helpful as well.
It could have been at the point where he was still looking at like kind of a dodgy starting hand, but I think since the Avanto was drawn, it's all good. You can save the bard for later in the turn.
Mm-hmm. I don't think it's already a win this turn, right?
No, I think
There are no. What did he take
he
with the
didn't gain
poison? Ah,
anything apart from a potion. I think
I
if it
was
was going to
thinking
be the win this turn, he would have had to gain some,
some estates just.
yeah, and the last Hamlet probably. So I don't think it's going to be here.
Yeah, I mean, with the start, and it wasn't guaranteed that you
Yeah,
have a great turn, so it
yeah,
would probably have been very risky to go for it here.
agreed. But he can just take a couple of vineyards, maybe
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
more than that even, and have a pretty big lead, I think.
yeah, I think that's what I would do here. I think he doesn't need to worry too much about Viking ending the game on his turn.
Yeah, I would still be a bit worried about the voyage, but as we were saying earlier, only still having one quartermaster down, the voyage turn is not that scary.
Yeah, River's Gift.
Yeah, River's Gift
This one
is.
card at the end is nice.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
nice to have here when the deck is starting to be a bit full of potions and vineyards.
Yeah. Look at this great turn with this starting hand that wasn't expected.
Yeah, this has gone nicely.
And now you can discard the vineyard for.
Well,
If you, I don't want to trigger the shuffle,
yeah,
probably.
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
There's some junk there.
yeah,
Might be best just sticking with the three buys, play the quartermaster.
yeah. I agree. Then you can take two vineyards then, and probably the Hamlet.
Um,
Or
yeah, that's probably safe, isn't it? Yeah. I think I might be tempted to take Hunting Lodge or Distant Shore, but
mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. Like, because it's so easy, you can just gain all the stuff next turn, right?
Yeah, that's true.
If you
Yeah,
have a
that's
hand that
true.
looks like it will go.
Yeah, so probably a hunting lodge or an additional draw card makes a lot of sense for
Yeah,
him.
maybe even the Distant Shore, because it's a little bit extra points now. It will gain you one more estate if you play it next turn.
It lowers the piles. Yeah, yeah, I like that. You look at this points lead now.
Yeah, it's not completely insurmountable. I think in practice, Viking won't be able to catch up because their deck is just. His deck is still not really under control fully, but yeah, I don't know. It's not that huge if you think how quickly the estates can go.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. But estates don't count for vineyard, so that's not
Mm-hmm.
helping on that front at least.
True. Does Viking have. Yeah, Viking did buy just one vineyard, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Took the hunting lodge. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see that as well.
Yeah.
Both made sense to me, hunting lodge and distant shores.
Yeah. And you get to keep a coffer this way, which maybe is nice.
Yes.
So what can Viking do here?
You can take 2 vineyards for
Yeah.
sure, but hmm, I don't know how much that scores for him.
Yeah, let's see. I've not really been keeping track
I
at
mean,
all.
you kind of need vineyards because you
Yeah.
that's your way to score, but the piles are so scary low.
If he finds the voyage, which is not done, I think discard for action
Mm.
here and play the bard just in case it lets you draw to the voyage. Yeah.
Nice, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, discarding for buyer's warm. Oh, it didn't. Okay.
Mm.
Then I
Okay.
think it's not good enough. But I think if he had managed to find the voyage here, it's possible there would have been a win. Because he could have taken like double vineyard,
Okay.
hamlet, and
Mm.
some estates this turn. And then the rest of the estates, well, maybe it's hard. Maybe
Mm.
it's too hard. I don't know. I think it's a bit unlucky for Viking that he didn't find the voyage here.
Yeah, that's true. So do you go vineyard and provinces or provincy,
Yeah,
or
I
do you
guess
different shores?
I think it has to be the province, right?
I think so. I mean, you really have to worry about tufftaeh ending the game
Yeah, I
on the
mean,
next turn. So
it seems
I
like unless tufftaeh has a very bad turn, you're just out of luck, yeah.
ooh, okay. I think you have to take the points lead as far as you can go here.
Without lowering the piles anymore as well.
Yeah, that's true.
So, province, I think, has got to be it. And I wonder if province pursue. Well,
You
okay,
can
it's the
go
distant
split
shore.
distant shores.
Do you maybe want to pursue? I'm not sure what's left down here, but there's no Avantos and no saunas. I know that
Yes,
much.
yeah. Oh, you had hunting lodges.
Okay,
Okay, because you
yeah,
can just
yeah. So I guess just see if he can get another 10, but I think it's not likely.
but that's a 12 VP points lead. And what?
Yeah, how much are the
How much?
vineyards worth for tufftaeh?
Yeah, that
I
was my question.
Yeah, I do not know the answer.
That's always so hard to count with these
Oh, it
things.
really is.
Reason everything that counts per something like museum or something is really, yeah, really in
Museum,
the
at
end
least you can
game.
kind of look through and see, oh yes, I have one of those, I have one of those. But total
Oh yeah,
action cards, I
yeah.
have
That
not mastered the way
that
to do
was
that yet.
probably not the best example, but keep or something is always hard to
Yeah,
count.
keep is awful. And it's such a big swing as well with keep.
Yeah, it is.
And you have to know whether you need a swing of one or a swing of two. Oh, it's a nightmare. I have keep on my dislike list.
Oh, I haven't, but I should probably do that.
Keep is awful anyway. Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
a big part of the reason it's very awful with loot. Ugh, keep and
Oh,
loot
yeah.
is like two bad things that are bad, terrible together. Okay. So what do you do as tufftaeh? Do you take this
Hmm.
hamlet and the estates? I don't know. Maybe you just take more actions onto your.
Probably.
I do not enjoy loot, unfortunately, Iris.
Sometimes loots are fine, but I agree that those engine boards are nicer.
It can be fun. I mean, I think loot usually it goes with something enginey pretty well. Just it's I
Mm.
don't enjoy the random variance as to
Yeah,
whether
that
you're gonna get the buy or not. I am definitely
yeah.
not the only such person. There are a lot of loot haters around.
Yeah, the randomness is really awful.
The ones where you have to spend your one gain to try and get more gains, and then you get freaking doubloons.
Yes.
It's not fun. Nobody is
Uh,
having fun.
uh,
Okay, so what did tufftaeh do? Yeah, just took some actions. I think that was the safe play here.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Now probably you're gonna discard with Hunting Lodge. Like just discard with this Hamlet for action and buy and get a new hand.
How many potions does he have?
Is it 4?
I think
3? I think
Viking
3.
has more, right?
Oh gosh. There are 6 gone. Maybe it's 3
Oh, he has
each.
two. Okay. Yeah, then yeah. He has
Yeah.
three because he
Yeah.
grew two. Okay. Yeah, no, you should take the vineyard. Oh, that's a win with the vineyards. Oh, if you know what your vineyards count, you know it's a
Yeah.
win.
Yeah, I
I think it's
think
a
it
win
should
as
be a
well,
win,
but
right?
I'm not entirely sure.
There should be at least 6. And then
Or you can
you can
just
get like
discard
a
the
yeah,
vineyard here.
yeah.
Yeah,
This
that's
should definitely
actually,
be here.
this should definitely do it.
Yeah, I mean you can discard something and keep drawing if you really want to be sure, but it's in hand,
Yeah.
right? Eris can't see the cards. Interesting. Have you got like the blank thing where you can see the log but just and not the piles?
So that's a fancy one, right? And it's just everything is black beside.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, this is the win.
Yep.
Yep.
Excellent. Some of it. Is it
Mm.
doing the really slow to load thing?
Yeah, that's just an internet connection thing, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, this is
That's 2
2-0.
games. Yep. I think that was again well played by tufftaeh. Viking I think was starting to
Mm-hmm.
catch up there. And
Yeah,
if he had had more quartermasters down, would have had a real threat on the voyage turns there, I think.
yeah, I think
That would have made things a lot harder.
the quartermasters made a difference.
Mm. Oh, this looks like a fun populate.
Oh, I didn't realize populate.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's going to be relevant, but it does look like
Oh,
a pleasant set of things to populate. Um,
there's a lot of thinning with Puka, Priest, and Cage. And Cage kind of because you get it back, but
mm-hmm. um,
there's a lot of draw, but there is no bar. Oh, there is buy with Snowy. Okay.
yeah, the draw
Hmm.
is not amazing here, right? Like, Advisor's going to be fine at some point. Puka's
Yeah, I mean you draw with
okay.
hirelings.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
especially if you populate, I guess that's a pretty good value hireling.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if hireling is going to come up before that. Probably not, I would think.
Yep. Yeah.
I wouldn't open with priest for sure, and I'm not sure about the other thing. It could be. Mm,
Interesting that he takes. I'm always.
ooh,
Oh, he
opening with
always goes with
hireling.
hireling. Interesting. I was just going to ask if he takes already a hireling here. I mean, it's easy to get it in play right now, but
Yeah, I
I'm not
hadn't.
sure if it's worth the
I'm also
curse.
not sure. The cage is also a bit surprising to me. I don't know how interested in cage I am here. I just want to get things priested, I think. And maybe
Yeah,
puked a bit.
yeah, that would have been my choice as well.
But here's the hiling at the top of the shelf, so that, I mean, that's gonna be nice to have that done.
Hmm.
But it's a sad cage to go with it.
Yeah, I mean, caging the cursed gold is not too bad, right?
Taking
Oh,
gold. None of
gold for
these.
Viking,
Gosh, these
interesting.
openings, both of these openings are really surprising to me.
Yeah, for me
I just
as
wanted a
well.
priest and maybe something else.
Yeah,
Tufftaeh is skipping playing the cage, which, I mean, it was a sad
interesting.
cage, but I kind of feel like you still have to play it.
Yeah, agree.
Okay, now they both have a priest.
The priests are great. Do you take a snowy here?
Yeah, I agree, Iris. If, like, it's a sad cage, but you still cage it, everything.
Yeah,
Um, Snowy, did you suggest? Yeah, maybe. Um, maybe it's a bit soon. Like, it only helps if you line it up with what?
yeah.
You don't even have two terminals in deck, really, right?
No, it's only the as the action's only the priest right now.
Yeah. But you would want Snowy at some point, so taking it then is maybe not crazy.
I mean, I don't know if you get value of the buy right now, but at some point you would
Yeah.
definitely want to buy. So and it doesn't hurt right now, so probably
Yeah.
great.
Uh,
Does he take another higher link now? I'm
I would
curious.
get Puka, I think,
Yeah, Puka seems nice.
because more trashing
Goes for
is
the higher
needed
link.
here.
Okay. I was kind of expecting the higher link after this opening, but
Yeah,
it's
you're
really
right. Having taken
surprising
the one,
that it
it's
didn't. Yeah, it's really surprising to
this
me
game
how
is
they.
not at all going the way I envisioned.
And I'm also surprised by the gold of Viking.
Mhm.
Yeah, now you cage, right?
Yeah, again, it's a sad cage, but you still have to do it,
Yeah,
I would think.
I mean, if your only draw is higher link
Right, the cages are gonna
you're
be
just
sad.
ending up with sad cages. Yes.
Yeah, I think it would be better to just not have the cage, to be honest, but
Yeah, yeah. They're just clocking your deck somehow, and you don't get value of them. So that's not really.
Puka? Battling, okay.
No. Yeah. I could see the hirelings pile run first here if they keep on that going that
Yeah,
way.
it's.
But it's really surprising
I don't think
strategy.
you want to just keep taking them. There's better stuff to do here. Like, you could be building towards populate, and then you could get a hireling and all the other
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, that's true. And I'm even surprised they took all those curses and didn't have a good trashing so far.
I think it's a bit too many curses in deck for my taste.
Yes.
Now maybe, well, Puka is awkward now because you're probably not going to find it with your curse gold. You get to populate by adding
Okay.
like priests and draw and actions to your deck, right? And then 10 is not such a big number if you're drawing.
But I mean, if you have enough actions and can play two priests, probably that's already great. And you have
Right,
advisors
it's
for
pretty
draw.
close,
You
yeah.
can save coffers probably with Plaza. I think it's not too crazy to build to populate here.
Yep.
This is again a set cage, but do you see
Well,
it played now? Is this interesting?
yeah,
Uh,
this cage is
I
not
mean, trashing
helping.
the curses is great. No,
Yeah, no, this was a fine
for
turn.
sure. Yes.
Um, it's just the cage is not helping you. Is it another hireling? Is that what we're gonna see?
uh, we'll see. Could be. I would be surprised if he doesn't do it now.
I might still take Puka. Like, there's not. How many coppers are left? Yeah, there's still not that many
There are
coppers been
still a lot of
trashed, so.
yeah, but you need actions then.
Yeah, well, there's a snowy and an inn now, so
Yeah, that's true. But I feel like it could be more than. But I'm always afraid I run out of villages, what I often do.
yeah, I mean, you're not guaranteed to line them up for sure, but I would
Hmm.
be tempted to punt on the puka. Well, I would have done it sooner, I think, but even now
Yeah,
still, I might go for it.
I would have gone Puka before the hireling, I think. And Puka is nice trashing and it's draw, so that's really good.
Yeah, for the moment, it's helping you get through that deck quite well,
Yeah,
I think.
yeah, that's true.
And then once you're populating, you can just start priesting the pukas, probably.
Hmm.
So,
This is a long time thinking.
yeah, I'm just pondering about the Okay, in makes some sense to put things back into the. Well, yeah, I think it's fine. Populate!
Nice.
Whee! Oh no, this was the wrong
Wow. Oh
order!
no, the
Wrong
wrong
order!
order.
Terrible order! Oh no. So you wanted to take the
Don't
in
choose the in
last
then.
and
Yeah.
then in everything into your deck. Oh,
Oh,
that's sad.
I've never ordered that, but that would have been so great here.
That is a shame.
Can you just that does it pop up the first card and then you can say do this last or something? I've
No, I
never
think
ordered that.
you can either choose the order all the way through or you can click on the random order button.
Ah, okay, you can click on the cards that you want to
Yeah, if you don't want to
choose
choose
first, so
random
you
order,
don't
you
bring them.
can
Yeah,
click
okay.
them one by one,
Oh
which
yeah,
is
that's nice.
unusual to want to do, but it does come up like with
Yeah,
cavalry,
within it's
that kind of
great
thing.
to order that, yes.
Definitely.
But when I have more than one buy, I always think, okay, I have to take an in and something else, and then I forget that I have
Yeah.
to buy the other thing first to get both in the shuffle.
Yeah, that's a classic mistake. I've definitely done it.
Yeah, everybody's laughing at that and says, "Oh, that happens to me all the time
Yep.
as well."
It's the same thing as forgetting to play your Horn of Plenty.
Yeah,
Happens all the time.
yeah, that's classic ones.
Horn of Plenty just it thinks it's a night card.
Yeah, kind of does.
Okay, what would you do here? Would
You
you
have to.
trash the
Mm.
cursed gold or discard it?
I
Either
mean,
way, you're gonna trash two things with priest and then play the third priest. And does that
mm,
hit populate? I think so. Yeah.
I think so, right?
Yeah. So at that point, like maybe having the curse gold still is fine to keep getting priest fodder. Oh, it does not hit
Yeah.
populate. Oh, right, because you didn't
Oh,
trash anything with the last priest. Right.
oh, yeah. That's what I was wondering if that
Yeah, I
works or not.
miscounted that.
Okay.
Because obviously you don't get the extra or
I
if you
mean,
don't actually.
taking the curses when you have so many priests is just probably good
Yeah, you're
because you
gonna
need
need to
some
feed
priests for
them.
and it's your main payload right now.
Yep. It's a bit sad that the hand size wasn't quite good enough here to get to populate.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the sad thing within that you draw two cards and you have discard two cards, so it's not really draw, it's just
It's
keeping good stuff
anti-draw,
in hand
right?
and yeah.
Hand size reducing. This is some long
I have
thinking.
to, yeah, yeah, that's how I got used to tufftaeh with his long
Yeah,
thinking
yeah.
times, and I was always wondering, what does he think about so long?
Went with the gold in the end. Hmm.
Interesting. I just need a very short break and be right
Sure,
back. Yeah.
no problem. Okay, so Viking went with the cartographer. Yeah, I can see some sense in that. Like, there's some good stuff in this deck now, but there's also still quite a bit of junk, so the ability to sift through that a bit seems fine. Or you can use the shy ability and discard it, which might be nice as well. Oh, finally, some stuff is getting caged. I don't know if it's even good at this point, honestly. Like, you'd rather just priest things with all these priests in deck, I would have thought. But I guess we'll see. Um, let's see. Honestly, maybe just advisor. Like, tufftaeh really just needs to start drawing. It may be the time now that Puka is no longer gonna really help. Another gold, really? I just think you need some draw, and then you can start populating and get as much of everything as you want. So I feel like Viking is probably a little bit ahead here. tufftaeh has the priest advantage for sure. But on the whole, well, tufftaeh is also cleaner. I don't know, maybe it's close, maybe it's close. I think I like the direction that Viking is taking generally a bit more, but I'm not sure that he's actually ahead at this point. A bit hard to say. The gold was discarded by tufftaeh, which is kind of surprising to me, although maybe the thinking is that Viking is not going to want to trigger this shuffle, and therefore having extra draw cards or sifty things in hand doesn't help too much. Oh, the snowy was played. That's what I missed. Right. Yes, okay. That makes perfect sense, in fact, given that there was only like a couple of actions left. Wood Plaza. Okay. The plaza makes sense to me. The hood does not. I would probably have just populated again, I think. Like, maybe hood at some point is gonna be reasonable, but I don't want one yet. I don't think. So tufftaeh should be able to populate her, I think. Yeah. If he wants to. Which I would think so.
Okay, I'm back.
Hello. We have seen a hood and a plaza gained by Viking, which was surprising to me. I think I would have just preferred to populate again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that the hood is helping yet. And then
I don't think
tufftaeh
so.
has... Well, tufftaeh apparently has just changed his mind about what to trash, so I'm not sure what the plan is here.
He probably wants to populate.
I would think so, but he did already have that option the way he played
Oh,
it before. But
oh,
maybe
okay.
he's decided he just wants rid of the cursed gold and not to populate.
Hmm.
Oh no, you can still populate.
He can still populate, and yet
Yeah.
he doesn't. Yeah.
So maybe he's just decided the cursed gold has come to an end.
I mean, they both still have a lot of coppers and estates left, so that's probably
Yeah,
there's still enough priest for the left right now.
yeah, these decks are not clean. Okay, no, just gone back with the original plan.
Mhm. Okay.
And it is populate.
Yes.
I think that makes
He,
sense. Let's see if tufftaeh will do the order correctly.
he will. I think he will.
Probably. Well, he's not immediately clicking on random, so.
Yes. I mean, if you have multiple of these snowy villages that you don't need, you can just priest them at some point. So that's probably
Yeah, that's true.
also a good payload for your
Yeah,
for
although
the
you may want the
priest for
extra
the.
buys as well.
Yeah, that's true.
If you've
That
got
was
the
just an
terminal
example, but
space. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I think the pukas, if you get clean, the pukas are going to be a priest target, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or then you can start gaining horde golds. There are options.
Yeah.
Viking39 not drawing here, but can populate if he wants. I'm not sure if he does, or if the horde means he's starting to think about greening.
I don't know.
Seems early to me.
Yeah. Piles are not nearly as low that you have to worry about.
Okay, apparently he was thinking
Kind of
about greening.
interesting.
Oh, I also hadn't thought about the fact that you get your 4 coins for trashing the cage. That's funny. Okay,
Yeah, I always
now.
forget about that cage part.
Yeah, I specifically forgot about the priest coins.
Oh yeah.
Now tufftaeh should have a good turn. I would
Yeah, that's a
think.
great starting.
Yeah, I would think he can draw deck here and finish off trashing the junk more or less.
I'm not entirely sure what's in his deck, but that sounds totally doable to me.
Yeah, there's still not a ton of draw, I suppose, but the puka should help.
Yeah,
I don't think, yeah, he didn't discard
yeah.
the plaza.
Little sad that you can't discard, but that makes
Not
more
gonna
sense.
get back
Have a
around to it.
puka.
Yeah.
He has another advisor, right?
No, he does not. There's still not very much draw in this deck.
Oh, interesting.
I'm wondering whether you trigger the shuffle so that you can make sure to get the hiling down. I think it's okay. I think play Snowy
Yeah.
now and then in, and you're maybe going to be discarding the other Snowy.
Why do you want to play Snowy first?
So that the in triggers the shuffle, so you're not discarding back into
Ah,
the shuffle
okay. Yeah.
again.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Ah, though I didn't realize there was a cartographer. Okay, okay. That
Hmm.
changes things. Yeah, that being the case, this probably was the right order.
What do you discard now, and then what do you play then? I want to get. I want to priest the curse and the copper
Yeah,
probably.
I think I would. It's whether you want to trigger this shuffle or not, right?
How
Okay, it
many
looks
cards
like
are
he
the
doesn't.
discard? Yeah.
That many apparently. We didn't have
Yeah.
to count. Okay, he did draw the hiling, which is important,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
probably discard Snowy Priest here, and then draw the priest and leave the inn on top.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, that's a lot of priests for this clean deck now.
Yeah.
You can surely take the cursed gold curse. That doesn't hurt you.
Yep, definitely. And you can populate again, and that's going to put some more things that you don't really
Hmm.
want in your deck. So,
Yeah, that's true.
and
A
you can
Fuga
start,
has
mm-hmm,
can go next turn.
probably another snowy you don't need.
Yeah,
Probably. So, and you can start priesting priests as well, so it's okay for the moment, I think.
yeah, I think so. That looks good. It's interesting that I feel like when I spectate matches and commentate here that it's much easier as playing it by myself. It's much clearer what to do for me.
Yeah, it can be easier to think things through when you're not having to like also make all those tiny micro decisions, right? About like what order to play every single thing.
Hmm.
Like the player just does that and you watch it, and then when they get to an actually tough decision, you've saved all your brain power up a bit. And I think it also helps that like you can see the other person's hand. Like even if you
Yeah,
try
for
to
sure.
ignore that information, it just you have a wider perspective on what's going on.
Yeah, that's true.
I will start it again and hope that I can knit it together. Okay. I'm sorry if anyone is watching this and there was a break there. We'll see what I can do about that. Okay, so we're into the provinces.
Yes.
It probably makes sense, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like as tufftaeh when you see that Viking is going for provinces, you feel like you have to do that as well.
Yeah. Um, now I'm not sure who has the upper hand
We
here. Like, oh, I think this might be risky. Can
kind of
tufftaeh?
the triple.
Maybe, with all
I
the
mean, it
priests.
yeah, it depends on how he draws and what he can priest, right?
Yeah,
So he
yeah.
has four priests. That is how much money?
Well, if you can trash something with all four,
Mm,
then the first one makes two, the second one makes four,
it's 14.
the third one
14.
makes six.
Oh, it does make more than wait.
Yeah, it makes a lot of money.
You trash the card plus two. Interesting. I thought the first priest makes two and the other makes four.
Yep, and then six, right?
Why does the third one make six?
Because you get the
You only
effect
track
from
like
both of the other previous priests. Priest
yeah.
is very
Sure. Yeah,
explosive
yeah.
once you get
Oh,
several of them.
you are totally right. Oh, that's a lot of money then.
Yeah, but I don't know if you can rely on being able to find all
He needs
that.
3 buys for that.
I think the buzz should be okay if he can draw, but like having a big enough hand size to priest all that stuff, I'm not totally.
I'm not I'm not sure if he has the
Twice the triangular numbers. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
yeah. Hmm, thank you. I just missed that you have 2 priests in play and every priest gives you the additional 2 money.
Yeah, that's the reason it's like viable as explosive payload.
Yeah, it's the same as with soldier, right? It's or it
Yes,
can be very explosive as well.
it can indeed. So what's the plan here? There is a puka in hand. I think it probably is worth
I think you
drawing,
have to.
even though you kill that copper.
Yeah, I think you have to do that because you need to increase your hand size.
Yep.
So,
Well, and
I mean,
puka,
if you can hit the 24 and the 3 buys, you don't need to worry about any actions.
yeah, so you can priest some things that you might otherwise want if you can get the hand size to have them all in hand.
Yeah,
Priesting before playing the
sure.
puka makes sense. Do you priest one of the priests? Have you got enough to do that? Maybe
Interesting. Yeah,
not.
and also, so you get the additional money for if you trash the copper with puka then.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or priest the copper and puka the gold, whichever, I guess. Oh no? Maybe, yeah,
Wait,
the
I'm not
plaza
sure
first,
you
okay.
should if you should if you should priest the gold.
Possibly not. Do you priest the province?
If you can triple, that's an option.
Yeah.
That's for sure an option.
Well, apparently it's not an option that is being taken.
Yeah,
The curse gold, okay.
I think you have to puka now first.
Well,
Puka the curse.
priesting twice makes sense because then you get like the 4 coins from puka, right?
Oh yeah, okay.
But I don't know if
But you have
overall.
to trash the gold, and I think that's not enough money then.
Um,
Yeah, okay, that's
how
not
much
great.
money will the last priest make? It will make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I
Yeah,
don't
maybe
know.
it's not enough.
It's not enough then. I mean,
Yeah,
even with the with the other gold, wouldn't have been
yeah.
enough, I guess.
I guess this was never quite here. Just the amount of draw without the puka was too.
It's close, but it's not quite there.
Yeah.
No, you can't touch any provinces here, right? Or you have
Um.
to hope that Viking does.
Yeah, it's tricky. I wonder if you want another populate. I think I agree that you can't touch the. Well, can Viking quad? Maybe. No, but Viking doesn't have the priests, right? So when I say quad, I mean triple.
Yeah,
But
triple.
yeah,
And
even
that's
then, I think it's hard. Although Viking does have golds. How many? Yeah, he took
he has what,
3 last
3?
turn and already had 2.
He has a lot of, and one is in, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I think I believe
Mhm.
that Viking can triple with the 4 Hirelings down as well. So, yeah, I agree. You
I mean,
can't.
even if he can't triple, he can for sure double. So
Mhm.
if you take a province here as tufftaeh, you just have to
Yeah. Taking
hope for it not.
one is a
Yeah.
disaster. Um.
Oh,
Oh,
he
okay.
goes for it.
Then double duchy with it or populate. I
I'm
guess
not
he's
sure.
just hoping for a dud, but
Yeah,
it's a
which
bit.
is probably a reasonable thing to do in this spot.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm not.
It's hard to see what else are the options. I might have taken a populate with that. I think tufftaeh just doesn't have enough draw,
Mhm.
even if he gets the lucky dud on Viking's side here, which he still might. Well, it's not a dud
Already
exactly, but
close.
in
It's already
fact,
close for
yeah, it is already
double
close. You're
here.
right. Double is not very difficult here. Discarding the snowy makes sense because if
You
you
need
can
the buy.
deprive the plus buy, then
Yeah. I'm not sure if I would have discarded that because you need the buy.
yeah.
Yeah. Now you need the actions to play Puka to draw. He has two snowy villages, right? So there must be still
Yeah,
one
yeah, I
to
think
cover.
so. It's not tufftaeh with 3. No, it's definitely Viking with 2 because there was a populate. Yeah.
Yeah,
So this should get there. I feel pretty confident. Kill the estate, then draw with puka.
yeah.
Yep.
Ah,
Find the
that's
snowy. Yeah,
snowy.
easily.
Yeah, this is game.
Yeah, this was well played, I think, by Viking.
Yeah.
So the hordes did pay
Oh,
off. I was really unsure, but
and
they
he
are.
had already he had also the money to triple, but not the buys.
Ah, yeah, good point. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Nice. Okay, this is 2-1.
Mhm. That was well executed, I think, by Viking.
Yeah,
I think the major. I wasn't a huge fan of the openings on either side there, but I still think the major mistake we saw from Viking, to the extent that there was one, was the ordering of populate.
yeah. Oh, that was a little sad. Sure.
But
Okay,
yeah,
we have
he rallied well after that. Well, that's a fast opening. Oh,
fortress. Interesting.
that is interesting. I guess for advancing.
Probably, yeah. That makes sense then, yeah.
And it goes with trashing the priest lost the game. Yes, I think you're right, my castle. I think was there actually a win that turn if tufftaeh didn't trash the priest, or are you just saying it would have set up? Right. Uh huh. Uh huh.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Good to know.
Yes. I mean,
Um.
also it's nice with fort and advance. Everything's nice with fortress here.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just still wondering if it
I,
was what you wanted in the opening, but I guess so, because you can just advance it into a recruiter or whatever you want. It's fine.
yeah,
Indeed, altar. Tufftaeh also has a chapel, which I think, yep, that seems worth having.
yeah, I think so because then you see your fortress more
Mm-hmm.
often to advance it or to trash it otherwise to get value of it.
Iris is correct. This board would be pretty crazy with priest.
Oh yes. I mean, recruiter and altar and advance all are very nice here.
So where is this deck eventually going? Probably drawing with. Will there be storyteller draw, or will you just stick to like gears, capital cities, some recruiter villages? I think I would like an engineer.
To gain more fortresses.
Yeah, and the gears maybe.
The
I think.
gears are always nice, yeah. I'm not sure about the storyteller to be honest, because
Yeah,
especially Tufte doesn't need it with a chapel as well, so
yeah, definitely not right now. I'm not sure
yeah.
if eventually it could be relevant, but maybe not ever.
I mean, the only draw is if my draw is not nice, yeah, no, I mean, recruiter
Mm,
is nice, but capital city is more sifting
well,
gear.
you've
Mm,
got plenty of
mm,
gear and stuff. Gear and capital city can like help you find the stuff. Like I think you can draw here just fine.
okay.
A
I
plus
mean, there's no
by,
buy. Yeah.
yeah, but indeed you can get duchies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you don't want to build like too huge, but you can do a fair amount on a turn here with altar and maybe engineer.
Yeah. I think that's once you're thin, you really just need something to trash your fortresses and gain good stuff.
Yeah, you do need some villages as well, because although you
Yeah.
can play your fortress eventually, well, not if you want to advance it.
Yeah.
Although advance is
That's
going to
good.
be losing value, right, because of the lack of buy. You'd rather just keep altering and recruiting in whatever
Trading
your fortress is.
trading post was not on my radar here.
Huh. Yeah. That seems a bit surprising. Gainers don't gain other gainers. Yeah, that's true. Alter can't gain alter. Engineer can't gain engineer. I like having
Mm.
the chapel more than the trading post, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't expect any trading post in this game.
Maybe it's a sign that Viking is planning to eventually get storyteller.
Probably,
Hmm.
and it would make some sense. I'm not sure if just a thin deck with a few villages is more worth than just drawing through with storyteller.
Yeah,
That's
maybe. I
probably
definitely
more
want some
reliable.
gears. I definitely do want some gears.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a quick break. I will be back.
Hmm. I'm surprised what he's going to do now. What does he gain? Recruiter probably? Oh, yeah. I like that. I don't know if you want to trigger this shuffle. Okay, he decided to do. Oh, he said he didn't get to the recruiter. That's a nice trash end, but yeah, I like that. He is very thin now. That's a lot of fortresses. And here we go, Alter. Nice. Another recruiter, I guess. Oh, capital city, okay.
I'm back.
Hello, back.
Did anything exciting happen?
Tufftaeh could trash all his estates last turn. He's
Oh, yeah, I
fairly thin
see.
now,
This
which is
deck is
great.
looking clean.
Yeah, and Viking gained a capital city instead of a recruiter, which was a bit surprising to me last turn.
You wanted second recruiter?
I think so. He has a lot of fortresses, I think five.
Uh huh.
Yes. So
You
I
can.
think, yeah, you can trash the trading post, but I don't know if that's the plan here to. I just don't understand the game plan now from Viking right now.
Capital City, let's see, can be money
Mm-hmm.
if you're drawing. I'm not sure, I'm just looking at the deck, but I don't know what all is in Vikings discard pile. I don't know if there's a big fat deck there still. Let's find out when he shuffles. Iris wants to trash the trading post, which, yeah, it's probably the
Yeah,
move. Could,
yeah,
could, could be the move.
yeah. I think Viking also has a lot of coppers left.
Okay. I'm seeing that tufftaeh has 3 of the gears, so
Mm-hmm.
Viking, I guess, only has 1.
Yeah,
So I would think it would be a priority to get some more draw for Viking.
I wonder what Tufte can do here now because he's so thin. So it's just gains with Alter now and nothing
Mm-hmm.
Nothing to buy.
Well, you can still advance for something if you want to do that.
That's true. You can advance a fortress to.
Will he trash the
Yeah.
last coppers, do you think?
I would expect that from the gameplay so far.
Wonder if
But I mean,
Poorhouse is
what
worth
do you?
considering.
Yeah. I mean, no bias, just sad, but it's also that's a lot of gears for tufftaeh here, right?
Yeah, I assume he's
But
gonna
that's
set
index.
aside a gear. Yeah, that's all the copper's gone, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Set one gear aside and then advance fortress into... Hmm.
What's the game? What's the way to go then?
I'm
It's
not
always so
sure.
confusing when you play without any money and you don't know. I
Yeah.
always don't know what to do then. Yeah, I mean, advancing makes a lot of sense here. But
Oh
what do you
yeah,
gain?
definitely. Well, maybe Capital City if you do want to have some money. Yeah, Alta also is definitely a good option
Mm-hmm.
because you can just keep gaining more stuff off your fortresses. I think Alta is probably makes a lot of sense. I agree, it's a bit
Mm-hmm.
hard to like project this deck into the future and figure out what it's gonna, what the objective is ultimately going to be. Okay, it seems like Viking is not
I mean,
drawing yet.
there is no way to you get to provinces that way, right? Or you can advance and alter, I guess, to a province, right? That works.
No, advance is only for
It's only
action
for action.
cards. Yeah,
Okay, so
and
you have
actions
to
up to
empty.
6.
Yeah, so you have to empty 3 piles.
Yeah, I
Advance,
mean, I
but
think you're gonna want the capacity to
yeah.
gain provinces at some point here, so you will want to put some money back into the deck, I would think. But I don't know
Mm-hmm.
at what point.
Yeah, I mean, trusting the chapel makes sense. Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, poor house could really be a payload thing.
I'm wondering about the poorhouses.
Yeah.
Maybe you gain Capital City here, because the actions are gonna. Well, I guess you just recruit another fortress and then you have a bazillion more actions, it's fine.
Yeah,
Maybe
you
you
will
don't
find
need.
the recruiter next turn.
Well, you find it now, right? You just play the gear.
Oh yeah, sure. You can play on. I
hmm
totally overlooked that. Yeah. Yeah, if you play the gear, you are sure to find that, and if you recruit a fortress, you are just safe with your villages.
Yeah, so I guess you don't need a Capital City. Trading
Yeah,
post, huh? I guess trading post is like, yeah,
it's
you
so
can get
interesting.
silvers if you want them from fortresses.
Yeah, I really didn't expect any trading posts here, so it's so confusing.
It's
But
not
I'm
what.
happy to see how that plays out.
Yeah, I guess like gaining silvers now for tufftaeh, I think is okay.
Yeah, that makes sense now. I think you have to recruit a fortress here just to make sure you don't run out of villages,
Yeah,
right?
definitely you want some villagers. You could play one fortress if you want.
Does it make a difference if you?
Well, it saves you one villager, I think.
Ah, yeah, okay, yeah, true. And now you trading post to fortress, or what do you do?
I agree with the poor houses. I think I like the sound of that.
Mm-hmm. I like that. Oh, I forgot trading post needs to trash 2 cards.
hmm Oh, that was a good reason not to play the fortress.
Yeah,
Uh-huh, yeah.
yeah.
take poorhouse now, maybe? And then you
Maybe.
can buy another altar or just advance for it, either way. I guess advancing for it is better because then you can set the fortress aside with gear. Keep building with altars and buy provinces. Yeah, I think that sounds good as the eventual game plan. You're going to need some more gears along the way.
But to buy provinces, you have to add poor houses, right? Or
Yep,
some.
yeah, I think
So
that's
that's
what
the
Iris
only
is proposing.
reasonable way. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, sorry, my castle. It's not. Oh no, it is my Iris.
Hmm.
My chat is
I think that's the
scrolling all over the
only
place.
reasonable. That's the only reasonable way to get to 8, right?
I don't know if I'd go so far as the only reasonable way, but it does seem like the path of least resistance here to
Yeah,
me.
I didn't mean the only way. It's just the most reasonable way to go.
I think so.
Yeah.
Plus, it's always fun to make poor hosts do some work.
Yeah. It's so nice when poor house has its value. It's so rare that it does something useful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like adding some fortresses because you can just make sure that you always find one to advance or to alter.
Yeah, having a good few of them seems fine. I don't know if now. Okay. Yeah, I think taking another altar in the buy phase here made sense. I feel
Hmm.
like Viking needs gears more than capital cities.
He only has one gear, right?
I think so, yeah. Okay. Is he gonna recruit the trading post now? Probably not.
He keeps on. I mean, he never runs out of villages that way, but yeah, I don't know.
I guess it made sense not to this turn because you can still take another silver here. And then, I don't know, if you're
Hmm.
Viking now with 4 silvers in your deck, maybe your plan is just to keep those 4 silvers, use them to buy provinces instead of trying to do the poorhouse thing. And then you can alter for, I want another gear here, personally. Duchy.
Let's see.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about the duchy. I think you just need more draw.
Mhm. I could have seen a 3 pie with duchies, fortress, altar, or capital city or something, or gears or something, but
Yeah, I wonder how far away we are. The problem, as mentioned earlier, is that the gainers can't, like, gain each other, right? So
hmm, yeah, that's true.
with the one buy, it's gonna be a bit tricky to just suddenly melt the piles
Yeah, yeah.
away.
We
But,
are far away from a tile lot, but I could have seen no provinces and just
uh-huh, uh-huh.
going over duchies.
So here, tufftaeh can alter for something else and draw it. Um, it might be time for another gear at some point this turn, but like you certainly don't need it now. Um,
Why do you think does he need another gear?
well, maybe he doesn't. I was thinking you want to have 2 for each turn, but I guess you're not even probably gonna set anything aside. Certainly not with both of the gears here, so maybe it's not necessary.
What does he gain now? The question is how we can reach province.
Yeah, well, Poorhouse is no longer a great option unless you're planning to get rid of the 2 silvers.
Yeah,
So I guess maybe you just take silvers, if that's the objective.
yeah.
I don't know if tufftaeh needs to province this turn. I probably would want to.
Hmm. I think he definitely can't province this turn.
Well, he can if he alters for
A hit.
2 more silvers, draw them.
Okay, he can take a silver now and can alter again for the
Yeah,
fortress for a
yeah.
silver. Yeah, that's true. Then he can draw up with a gear.
Yeah, so he definitely can if he
Yeah,
wants to.
yeah, that's true.
But it means you've done it the silvers way rather than the poorhouse way, which the poorhouse way just takes half as many cards.
Yeah,
And of course it costs you more villages, but you have all the villages you need here.
yeah. I think for now you are really safe from the villager side. As long as you can recruit a fortress every turn, I think you are safe.
Yep, and there's kind of no reason that you wouldn't be able to recruit a fortress at any point, I think.
Yeah,
I mean, you may be using up the villages a bit faster than that at some point, but you can just get another recruiter if you need one. Like, it's fine.
yeah. You already did that, so yeah. I
Oh,
think
yeah,
that's
no, indeed.
totally.
Uh huh, okay.
Yeah.
So I guess we're not gonna see a province this turn, unless this is gonna be a silver. No, it's duchy. Okay.
Dutch. Okay.
I'm not very convinced about these
Oh,
duchies. Not yet, anyway. I wouldn't have thought.
I think it's too early for duchies. You don't need to worry about being piled out or something, or someone emptying provinces soon.
Especially
So
as tufftaeh, because tufftaeh has just more control of the piles, I think.
yeah,
And then as Viking, because Viking doesn't have as much control of the piles, I would have wanted to just take more to try and get in control rather than take the early duchy. But I don't know. I definitely
mm,
sympathise with struggling with how and when to green with this deck because it's far
yeah.
from obvious to me.
No, I have no idea how to play this correctly.
It's definitely tricky. I think the plan that
Mm.
Iris outlined seems basically the way to go, but
Yeah,
exactly how you do things along the way is not necessarily clear. Um, so do you set aside 2 cards with gear here? I think so.
yeah.
I don't know whether you recruit the
Recruit,
fortress again
recruit.
first. Yeah, I think so. Recruit the fortress, set the duchies aside with gear, and then advance for. Can you take another altar in this deck? You maybe can. Yep.
Interesting.
Doing a million things in your turn, your deck is not improving much. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, yep, yep.
Mm.
It's not the case here though, right? That was an improving the deck turn for sure. Oh, this was not a great turn for Viking. Commerce,
Commerce.
though, yeah, I was thinking about commerce earlier because it is one of the few things that actually enables you to gain more than one card. Yeah.
That's true.
But I think Viking is just sorely in need of draw, in my opinion.
Yeah, for
More
sure.
gears, more gears, more gears. So the commerce is not gonna be helping with that.
Yeah, I think Viking has to take a look that he gets more deck control for more
Mm-hmm.
consistent turns, so you can plan on what to do
Yep.
to win this game.
Even though the planning is also the hard part here.
It is. It is.
But yeah, the deck control is the step one. Okay, what can tufftaeh do now? Let's see.
He can alter the fortress.
What will
And
you take here? Maybe one more gear is gonna be good. And maybe it is now time
yeah.
to start on, or not to start on, to get more duchies. Yeah.
Mm.
Conceivably, you even finish the duchies here, and then that really closes off a path for Viking. Like, if you can't gain
That's
duchies,
probably the plan. That's probably the plan here.
does it's seeming that way. It's 3 duchies taken.
That's a lot of, yeah. I mean, he sure needs more gears then because he needs to make
Yeah,
sure that he
yeah.
draws as well.
Okay,
And
undoing is happening.
what does he do instead? Does he realize he needs more gears?
Maybe so. Or maybe he wants to, like, mill a duchy? Oh no, yeah, you can do that.
Mm. Oh yeah.
I don't know if it's... I think I'd rather take the gear if I'm not taking the... Whoa!
Oh wow.
That's a lot of undoing.
Yes.
I'm kind of not a huge fan of that much undoing. I mean, I know it's no information and I would grant it. I just don't love it.
Yeah. Same here. I also hate when people have win in hand and they just play on and play on and play on just instead of just buying the last 16.
Yeah, that... Yeah, it depends, I think. It can be annoying for sure. Okay, what have we ended up doing? We've still taken this many duchies. He just wanted to play the gear
I,
first. Is that what happened?
I
Okay,
think so.
okay. Well, I think it's
Mm.
reasonable. I think because next turn you should be able to finish the gears. Is that true? Maybe not quite.
I mean, he has a lot of pile pressure now, and he has a huge points lead.
Yeah,
So
he's also gonna
let's just,
maybe struggle to draw though.
yeah, that's true.
I don't know. I'm not
But
totally sure about that play. I mean, taking the duchies leaves Viking in a very tough spot because now the altars can't gain points, really, right? So,
yeah,
yeah.
so he always needs to hit 8 now
And
to.
even then, it's gonna be
It's,
hard.
uh, yeah, I think tufftaeh needs probably 2 turns to pile, right?
Yeah,
And
I
it
think
depends a little bit
so.
on the draw, but there's a good chance that he can
Yeah,
finish the game at least in 2 turns, even
two
probably next
turns.
turn. But
Yeah, looking at the starting hand, I'm not sure. Like, I don't know if it's theoretically there if he's able to draw this turn. What do you need? Six
what do you have to
games,
set aside?
duchies.
Oh yeah, only the
Just
Duchess that
duchies, yeah.
won't help. Yeah,
Um, but how many altars does tufftaeh have? Is it 4 or 5? I think it's 4.
I think it's 4.
In which
I think it's
case,
4.
yeah, there just aren't quite enough gains, I don't
Oh
think.
yeah, that's true.
Take another recruiter. Okay.
Hmm. But if he can't finish this game soon, he has to make sure that he hits province.
Yeah, which is not easy at this point.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say.
Yeah, so Viking has a chance, I think, to make use of this dud.
Hmm.
Partially self-inflicted dud, I would describe it as, and potentially make it kind of difficult for tufftaeh to finish out.
Yeah, I think fluting the deck with all these duchies was not a great thing to make sure that you have a consistent deck.
It hasn't worked out.
Yeah, what does he do now?
Take gear, maybe? Do you take estates? I
Yeah,
don't think so.
I don't. I think they won't help.
Now, for Viking... Yeah, I guess you want to
Oh,
draw a bit
okay.
and see what you can do.
Yeah,
But certainly
but you only can
provincing
take
here.
one province. Yeah. Why do you trigger the shuffle?
Oh, I think it makes sense. You want to draw through and see if you can find altars and stuff. Like, there was only good stuff in this shuffle, really, I think.
Yeah, but what will you gain with your altar then?
Well, either estates or gears, which you do
Fine.
still need. But
Yeah,
that does kind of help with the pile out, so I don't know if it's good. I would consider. Oh, yeah, he did take the estate. Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, the estate does get you the actual points lead as opposed to just parity, right? So I think it's.
yeah. That's probably the correct move.
And there is another altar, yeah.
Yeah, so you can take another estate.
Uh huh.
Would be
Which,
surprising if he doesn't do it now.
well,
Yeah,
yeah, I would have been tempted by the gear still. Oh, now that
not.
shuffle triggers does seem
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was not a great shuffle. Yeah,
Yeah, this is a problem.
yeah.
I wonder if that was just an accident. No, because he. Well, that was a very strange
I
decision.
don't know. Yeah. I mean, I could see the first shuffle trigger which I probably would have done, but that was great because of all of the good cards
Definitely,
there.
yeah.
But the second one was just
No,
horrible.
a disaster.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
you see his hand now. That's what you.
Yeah. So can tufftaeh win here? I don't think it's possible.
He can at least take two estates as well, three estates.
Is that a good? Well, I mean, he knows that
I'm
Viking just triggered this terrible shuffle, I guess, so he knows that he has 2 turns.
Yeah, probably. I mean, the question is what do you do instead? You don't hit province as tufftaeh.
Um, well, you
So
might, because you can alter for more silvers, right? I don't know if you have the
yeah.
draw, is the problem. There might just
Mm.
not be enough draw, but if there is, then you can hit province. But yeah, I think there probably just isn't enough draw with all these duchies.
Hmm. Seems he's going to try to hit province.
Mm, yeah, you have to make the decision about whether to do the altering and what for before you
Mm-hmm.
play this fortress, which is a bit tough.
A tough game for sure.
I wish Viking had not triggered that shuffle because I think we might be able to see like quite a nice comeback if he hadn't.
Yeah,
Whereas with this hand, I think it's gonna give tufftaeh probably enough time.
yeah. A little bit sad. Now we see the estates.
Mm-hmm. Probably does make sense.
Now he can buy another estate.
I guess so. This is not going to be hitting province. Would you take the estate?
So
Would you just take
it,
another gear?
I think he has to take the estates because then Viking can only take the losing tie when piling.
Um,
Puts him on 25.
hmm, that's a fair point. That is a fair point, yeah.
I mean, he can't know that Viking has a real dub. I mean, he can
Well,
assume because he could have
yeah.
a really bad shuffle, but if you, yeah, I think you,
I think he's safe to assume that Viking can't do very much this turn if he was paying attention to that shuffle.
yeah, that's true. We can, okay, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Engineer, okay.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
probably
okay.
makes some sense given
Yeah,
Viking's
I don't
position.
know how you will draw to that, but
Well, it might be okay now that that horrible shuffle is gone. Although the draw probably is still
yeah,
kind of short in the deck.
yeah.
So can tufftaeh end it this turn? Um, maybe tufftaeh should have taken engineer, but couldn't do so with advance. So don't
Ah,
know.
yeah, yeah. That's,
Would have had to buy it.
hmm. What is he trashing now? Does he trash the estate
Um,
or the
good
silver?
question. Good question. It seems bad to trash points at this point. Uh, what?
Yeah,
So what's Tufta's path to ending? I guess it is still fortress and three estates. In which
yeah.
case, trashing the estate is okay if you think you can do it. But can you do it?
But
It's
yeah, but hmm.
not at all clear.
I mean, he kind of has to play the secondary recruiter as well because he has to try
Yep,
to end the
yep,
game.
yep, agreed.
So
Okay, yep, trashing the estate. But this is not gonna do
hmm,
it.
no,
He can finish the estates at the cost of milling one. Oh no. Yeah, no, he'd have to trash two
hmm,
of them.
yeah,
So he can empty the estates and be 1 point up. So that's relying on Viking to not hit province,
yeah. So
which.
that's probably the way to go
Uh,
because you also have to worry that he can do the three pile instead, which
yeah, yeah,
might be
yeah.
easier than hitting province.
Exactly.
So I think that's just the way you have to go now.
Probably is, but it doesn't seem like a good bet. So yeah, maybe we are still
Hmm.
gonna see the comeback from Viking here.
Yeah, I think the all the duchies are really hurting Tufte.
Yeah, for sure. But it's also really hurting Viking that the duchies are not available to take, so.
Also true.
Oh,
Ah,
that wasn't on my radar.
interesting. Yeah, I was thinking about that, but I, phew, I'm not sure if that's a great idea.
So
The villages
now,
are not your problem. Hmm.
well, I mean, I assume that was
Mhm.
just a I don't want to trash any of these other like points cards or
He
what?
advances
What?
the odds from
The,
recruiter. Interest. Oh wait, that's
I'm quite
confusing.
confused by that play.
Yeah,
Okay, maybe I'm missing something, but I don't get it. Okay, so can
I'm
Viking do it?
I'm totally confused.
So Viking's problem is that he doesn't have that many. Well, if he can draw, which is not guaranteed,
Hmm.
he doesn't have
Yeah,
that
well,
many
you have
altars.
to. Yeah, well, you have to start with a capital city, I guess, because
Um,
you have to try to find your draw card,
you could start
which
with
is
one
the headquarters.
fortress because you only need one
Yeah.
fortress in hand, and that gives you one more turn to like see something that you want to discard with the
Mm-hmm.
capital city.
Yeah,
So I would maybe play one
but it's
fortress. Oh, well, starting with altar, that kind of. Oh, I don't know about that.
okay.
I don't know about that. Okay, let's see how we do. Taking two estates there.
Yeah,
Well,
I
not
think
if
we
Viking provinces, right?
yeah, but it, I think it was still the better chance than what
Maybe,
we did
maybe, yeah.
because that
Um,
forced Viking into province and not giving the free pile here, which feels easier to me.
this is not. I don't think this was
But
played
if you
correctly this turn.
yeah
We really needed to be discarding and drawing with capital city, I think, in order to see more cards to
yeah
find like the
yeah yeah yeah
engineer.
yeah for sure.
Yeah, this is no good.
This is not
Well, I
great.
guess
You just
though,
take
as Viking,
the
you can
estate.
take the estate, yeah,
You
and it's
have to take the
still,
estate.
yeah, and
You
it's
have to
still
take
hard for tufftaeh
yeah
because it's,
because he has the points lead. There's no duchy left, and he only needs to hit
yeah.
4 next turn.
So
And tufftaeh
tufftaeh,
has needs 8 now, which is really okay. You could also have taken the fortress because the estate wouldn't have been enough for tufftaeh as well. That's true. So you only needed 2 money this turn, Iris. That's correct. As Viking.
well, you can always advance for the fortress.
Oh, also true. Yeah. I don't think tufftaeh can hit 8.
If he can somehow manage to draw, he can, but I also don't believe that the draw is here.
I mean, in a perfect world, he probably can, but I don't think
Yeah, maybe
this particular case possible.
if you absolutely stack the deck, maybe there's a way, but I agree it doesn't seem likely to happen in practice. So what do you do instead?
Advances for what? Why? I don't understand this advance.
The altering?
Yeah, the altering,
Uh-huh.
yes. Sorry.
Maybe you
I
take
didn't mean
capital cities? At this point, like the sifting seems
oh, to take silvers.
silver.
Okay, yeah.
Well, I mean, you do need them if
He
you're
need,
gonna draw, but it's not
yeah.
clear that you're gonna draw. I think I would have just
I
played
mean,
the gear
capital cities
first.
would have been done the same, right? I
I
mean, you can,
suppose, yeah. Oh, it's kind of close. There's 6 coins in hand.
yeah. He, he does he have another recruiter?
He has so many recruiters. I don't know. There might be another one down there.
I mean, the altering
I'm not
altering
sure
for
what this
money
is
doesn't
really.
do anything because
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Agreed.
You have to draw, and everything else is just
Taking these silvers
mm,
is a bit pointless because you're not finding them.
yeah, yeah.
Maybe the notion is
You
that
have to.
you somehow get another turn and this is increasing like your money density, which is now something that matters for next turn, but I don't really buy it.
I think you have to go for the win here and try to find your uh, try to hit province here, which is really really hard, but you have to go for it. And I think this altar doesn't help.
Yeah, there's no win now because you can't even get the fortress.
Yeah, yeah, but you have a points lead then,
Yeah,
and
you still want
so
to get the province.
Viking can't take just the fortress next
Hmm.
turn is the point that
But if Viking can draw,
if
then
he can
it's
draw, it's
easy.
fine, but
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, so this is,
This has become quite an interesting endgame.
yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a bit self-induced with all the green cards in your deck that you
Hmm.
and no money and not that you.
The tufftaeh opted for the
Yeah,
commerce, which,
this is
yeah, I don't know.
this is win.
Is it in hand? Yes,
Yeah, he has four
yes,
money in
yes.
hand. You don't need to play on. You just can buy the fortress.
Has he seen
We
it?
can order for the
Yeah,
first.
okay, okay,
Oh,
he's on it.
okay.
Yeah.
And mine.
Gosh, that was
Uh,
yeah, interesting.
yeah, I mean that's 2-2 now. Interesting.
2-2, good stuff. I think it was
Yeah,
that Duchy's turn was a mistake by
yeah, yeah.
tufftaeh.
That was a big mistake.
But it wasn't super obvious at the time that it was going to go that way. Like it seemed like a plausible play to me, so interesting that in
Yeah.
hindsight not so much.
Hooray, interesting. We see loot, probably.
Probably with Menagerie too.
Mm-hmm.
And Storyteller. Okay.
No village.
Um
But
yeah.
trashing is there, draw is there,
You might be able to get a little bit of village,
eye
like
is there.
if you
Okay.
Storyteller a staff or something.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I needed a moment to realize what you mean.
Yeah. But yeah, it's not much, even if you do get that.
Yeah.
So Menagerie looks like certainly the way to draw.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you can get thin enough to make that viable, right?
I hope so. I mean, there's cemetery.
Yeah.
Oh, Viking has the 2-5.
Oh yeah. So tufftaeh, I assume, is thinking Armory Cemetery, which makes sense.
Armory is not on my radar, but I don't play that card very often, but it makes a lot of sense here, I guess, because
Yeah, all
there's
the
a lot of
workshops.
good.
When there's
Yeah.
cemetery, you definitely want to consider it. Cemetery Rush.
Yeah, I
Is
mean,
that a thing?
you can armory for a cemetery and trash,
Yeah, but
right?
like Rush the Cemeteries, I
No,
don't
no,
think
Rush is not. Rush is not.
I don't think that's a deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just responding to Iris's comment.
Ah, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Like Gardens Rush, but weaker. Gardens Rush is already terrible, right? So
I don't see the rush here.
no, I think that's nothing.
Mm. But I also don't see the highway mega turn, right? Because you struggle with draw unless you have a ton of horses in your deck.
I think Menagerie
Buys.
can do a lot here if you get thin and if you have some loots. I think you should be able to draw with Menagerie.
Yeah, I think you sure can set up good menagerie turns here, but you need a lot of buys as well.
You can get
So
them from loot.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about like
But I
mega
feel
mega
like
turn. I'm not imagining like
yeah,
an 8 province turn or anything, but I think you
yeah,
can have some
that
big turns.
yeah, that was what I was
Uh
trying to
huh.
point out. That it's can be a big turn, but not a huge turn. We're like taking all the provinces in once, I guess.
Yeah. Mhm.
Mm.
Agreed.
Or ghost can be helpful.
Yeah, Ghost might be nice to have here. Although tufftaeh is
Yeah,
facing a choice here about just trashing without taking Ghost, which I think I would. Because you just want to
yeah,
trash. Although the Ghost would be nice, I don't think you want to give up the trash just in the hope of getting it later.
yeah. That makes sense. And once you are fairly thin, you can take foray and hopefully get some nice loots in your deck.
Yep. A lot of highways cavalry's autopilot. Yeah, that is fun. don't know if it's going to come up here, but it's possible. Possible.
Oh, he skipped tuffing.
Okay.
Interesting.
That is interesting. I'm not sure about that. I think. Okay. Viking has a develop. I mean, develop will be
Develop.
nice once you have cemeteries. Okay.
Develop was not on my radar as well.
Especially developing an estate with highway and players seems not good. Because you
Oh
had to
yeah.
take a copper.
Yeah.
Okay, next turn is
Again.
surely going to be a cemetery.
We'll see. You have to trash
I guess he really
armory
wants the
then.
ghost, is
Yeah,
what I'm
seems like
assuming.
yeah.
It is that bit of village, I suppose, and draw.
I mean, you still could have kept
Yeah, you could have trashed
the
3 cards.
mirror and
Mm-hmm.
trash the other cards when you want to do that. It's not going to be easier when you wait, I guess.
Yeah, it is a bit of a shame to take like a net 2 card cemetery. Bit of a waste of the
Yeah,
cemeteries, arguably.
that's true.
I think I would have just trashed everything there and given up on the ghost.
Yeah, I agree on that. I mean, Ghost is pure nice, but I don't think I want to give up on trashing just
Mm-hmm.
because I want Ghost here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Menagerie I was thinking now for Viking, that makes sense. Although
Mm-hmm.
Viking does really need to do more trashing, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, but tufftaeh also hasn't trashed anything so far, right? The only trash is the estate from Viking so
Yeah,
far.
that's kind of
Well, now we
wild.
see a trash
Yeah, no, that can't be right.
apparently.
That can't be right.
Interesting.
I don't really understand the.
Hmm.
Did he mean to gain the cemetery with armory? Like, I would think that's what you want to
He
do.
gained the highway. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, taking the
interesting.
menagerie instead.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
Cemetery at 2
We see
estates.
some
Yeah.
trashing.
Now tufftaeh is getting into the territory where it's hard to cemetery.
Yeah.
But I guess the highways will bring it back round again to realistic at some point. Maybe take a
I mean, he.
storyteller?
Yeah. I mean, if you don't trash, that's probably the way to go then.
Yeah, I don't think you
But
wanted to
I
trash here.
no, this was not a. He just missed the good trash turns.
Yeah, not armoring for storyteller. That's a good point. That would have been a good thing to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What is he doing now?
Maybe storyteller menagerie? More highways. Okay.
Does he really believe in the big highway turn when he doesn't trash? Or does he think he can trash?
I assume
He
he's
can have
still
tuff
planning to
data.
trash, but it's.
Hmm. I mean, highways are sure nice, but
Yeah, it's a bit of a surprising order to build the deck when you can't draw yet.
yeah, that's true. Cardinal, okay. It's not that great with highway because it doesn't. It's only cards that cost 3 to 6.
That's true. Though you may be able to exile. Yeah, yeah. That only makes
Exile
it
the
worse,
cemetery.
really. Yeah.
Yeah. Now
Develop
you
the
develop the
cemetery
cemetery.
and. Well, or maybe
You could
just.
scale. You could take a ghost here, right? If you.
Yeah, I'm wondering about develop the astrolabe into cemetery and trash a
Mm-hmm.
load of stuff. Apparently not.
No ghost then. I think I would like a ghost here as Viking.
You mean you want to buy a cemetery?
No, you
Oh,
you
you want to
you have to
develop the
buy it then.
mirror?
No, you can't develop the mirror because you have to discard some an action
Yeah,
then.
that's what I'm
So you
confused
can't.
about.
Yeah. So
So how?
you had to buy you had to buy the cemetery.
Yeah, and it's not a very good.
That's not probably not good.
Yeah.
That's a nice
Well, at least
choice.
that's some coppers gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
I still preferred developing the astrolabe into the cemetery, I think, but
Mm-hmm.
okay. I feel like tufftaeh has kind of missed the armorying for cemetery boat.
Yeah. Not going to be easier. Huh? What does it do for you to buy cavalry here?
Unclear.
Interesting.
Just really wants to get all the highways.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a nice starting hand.
Yep.
Out of the
Good that the menagerie will activate. I'm overall a little bit confused by the way this game has gone. Oh, a highway hit.
oh,
And taking the last highway to prevent getting them
nice.
back.
Yeah, that was a nice hit.
I think I like Viking's deck overall a bit better here, probably, but I don't know. tufftaeh does have a lot
Mm.
of the highways.
Yeah, but
Okay,
I'm still
now.
confused. There's no trash so far from Tufta's side.
Well, now you can buy the cemetery, right? And take the ghost and
Yeah,
something else. So this seems worth doing.
yeah, for sure.
So, like, cemetery menagerie, probably?
Mm-hmm. I like that. I mean, storyteller is not necessary if you don't have that much money in your deck, so
Yes. I think. Well, I want to put loots in and then get storyteller, but it's no longer clear that that's the direction we're going at all.
yeah, it's going to be hard to get 3 uniques to discard here.
Not this turn, that's for sure.
Yeah,
But in
but
general, I
I think
think.
overall, yeah. Oh,
Province.
province.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Maybe.
And still no trash?
Well, he should still trash, right? He's gonna trash here, I assume. I didn't want an armory for the
Okay, but
cemetery.
yeah. Hmm.
Well, don't get to take the ghost, but I would think you still cemetery. I would think.
So confusing if it doesn't trash.
Yeah, he does.
I mean,
Okay.
it's fairly late trash, but at least we see some trash now.
Yeah, you have to do it.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
if it's a bit late. And then menagerie? Probably?
Does he? Yeah, menagerie or another buy. I'm not sure.
Hmm, true. Does only have the one astro. What is that,
But
right? Who has all the astrolabes? Gold.
I'm not entirely sure.
Gold, I don't understand. Um,
Oh no, you can take a ghost.
oh yeah, maybe. Looks like yes. Have to gain an estate though.
Gains in estate. Okay, it's the only. Yeah, that's the problem with highway.
Yeah,
But the ghost is nice.
yeah. I think that's the problem developers having in this deck generally.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
like
it's good to have the
developers much.
ghost.
The highway split is in favor for tufftaeh, right?
Yeah, maybe quite heavily even.
Yeah,
I'm not sure, but he's taken a lot of them.
look at these nice menageries.
Oh, there's one in exile, I forgot that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Look at this junk. maybe
yeah. I
maybe now
mean,
you armory
please
for
armory for symmetry.
yeah, or
You
buy
can even take a
cemetery.
ghost then if you want.
You could top deck storyteller and armory for cemetery, or top deck menagerie
Huh?
even. I don't think I want to gain the cemetery with armory.
Okay.
I want to buy the cemetery
Ah, yeah, you can. It's
just by
just
playing
just
the
just
astrolabe.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, he played the cavalry.
Rather.
Okay. Well, he may still buy the cemetery and can discard the armory.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
This is fine.
Yeah. Oh, he
Mhm.
keeps the symmetry. Oh, okay, it doesn't matter
Yep.
what you keep. You have to counters all. Yeah, but
Yep.
gaining the ghost is nice.
Okay. Nice menagerie.
Nice menagerie.
Less nice menagerie here.
Yeah, there are so many terminal cards in Vikings deck.
What else is there? An armory.
Develop,
Underdevelop. Yeah.
develop Cardinal Cavalry.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
He doesn't have an armory. I think both armories are
Oh, you're
in
right.
his
Yeah.
deck,
You're
but the
right.
still three is a bit much
It's two more than you
here.
can play. I
Yes.
guess, but you can develop them, I suppose, theoretically, if you can
Yeah,
draw.
at least that.
Yeah. I wonder if it's a 4A time.
That would make sense to me.
Maybe. Still want to be drawing more, so I wonder.
Yeah,
Maybe just
but
storyteller menagerie is better. Or even another cemetery I could see.
yeah, Cemetery would also.
Oh,
Oh, he goes
did
for
take the
the
4A.
yeah.
Hammer is
So
good
he buys. Yeah, hammer is nice.
with the highways.
Gains a gold. Okay.
I don't know about these goals for either of them. Like if they had storytellers, I could see it, but
Yeah.
they don't. Top deck a draw card here. Storyteller, menagerie, probably menagerie.
I'm not sure how they will go from here. I think you need more draw for sure.
Definitely.
I mean, it's still a bit hard to activate all these menageries, but it's probably the best chance to draw.
Yeah, I don't think it's too bad, right? The junk is mostly gone now. And there's a lot of highways, but of course you can just play
Yeah,
through those.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you might still just end up with a couple of coppers in hand and be sad about it. That's definitely possible. Or even a couple of cemeteries.
Yeah. What do you develop here? Copper to
Just the
estate,
copper for an
okay.
estate. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna see something ghosted though, that's exciting.
Oh yeah.
At this point, I think this will end on Cemetery Menagerie, probably.
Yeah, possible.
In fact, I even wonder if tufftaeh has a good turn here. Yeah, cavalry autopiles, if you get the highways down.
Ah, okay. Yeah, in that case it can, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
It's
wondering
just
even if.
zero, it's just, yeah. I
Yeah.
was wondering how you will have the actions, but
Yeah, you
that
don't
you
need
have
to
to
play them.
buy, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if tufftaeh can win this turn. If he draws. What was ghosted? Menagerie. Oh,
But
that's nice, but unlucky to draw two highways in the starting hand.
yeah.
These are good menageries. Very good.
Did you say you wonder if tufftaeh can win this turn?
Yeah, I did. He
Oh,
has a
should I
lot of
take
highways,
cross?
right?
Yeah, he has a lot of highways, okay, but it's only three buys. Okay, with cavalry, but it's still
Yeah, and two
one, two,
armories.
three. Oh, I
So,
forgot about. But you can only play one.
oh, that's true. Yeah, 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 yeah.
But with
But
enough
even
highways, I would
so,
say you can
yeah,
menagerie and cavalry then.
yeah,
Still
exactly.
winning.
This,
Yeah,
this,
yeah,
this
yeah,
should win, right?
yeah. But he gains a province? No,
Oh,
not that way.
then I don't
Not
think
that
that will do
way.
it. Yeah, I think that's a missed win. It should be.
Yeah, should have been a menagerie.
No, it should have been cavalry. You got to take the cavalries first because they return the buy.
Ah, okay, yeah.
I mean, this probably is winning too because this is a
I
big points
think it.
lead.
Yeah, I think it's still winning, but it's just a missed win in this turn.
Yep, yep. Okay, let's see what Viking can do. Cannot
Yeah, the
draw,
province needs
unfortunately.
and has a
Exiling a
province.
province. It's very
That's so
friendly.
nice. Yeah.
So kind.
Mhm.
Hmm. Yeah, so he doesn't get to punish tufftaeh here, unfortunately, for the missed win.
I always laugh when opponents play cardinal and exile my duchies.
Oh, it's great, yeah.
Always, always appreciated.
Yeah, yeah, indeed.
It's so warm here that I'm really thirsty all the time.
Mm. So warm day here as well. I think we're supposed to get thunderstorms tomorrow.
We get a great heat wave tomorrow.
Maybe it's coming your direction from us.
I think so. I think it's coming on on Wednesday or something.
Uh-huh. Hammer for Duchy is quite nice,
Oh
but
yeah,
it's not gonna be enough.
yeah. I think it's hard to catch up the points.
Yeah. So, kind of to finish it now.
He already has the buys.
Menagerie is not willing to draw this turn.
I mean, it can't draw every turn, so
Yeah. There's a few provinces in deck now, so.
this is just
But
provincing.
yeah, this does
Just use
still do
enough
it, right?
provinces.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Okay, on the provinces. I was thinking it still
yeah,
wins on the cavalry and menageries as well, but yep,
yeah.
this was
It's
simpler.
just easier to take the provinces.
Indeed. Okay, so did find the win there.
Yep.
And we're on
It's last
3-2?
game.
I think the score
This
is
is
3-2, right, for tufftaeh?
yeah, yeah. It is. Oh, this is a
And
nice
yes,
board.
final game.
So much orange.
Very
Oh, feet.
orange.
Oh, 5-2 is nice. The counterfeit.
I think I might have gone with apprentice, but I'm still kind of looking at the board.
Yeah, apprentice is nice for trashing estates for sure.
Or even enlarge, I guess. Like, you'll want advisors here.
Mm-hmm. Enlarge also nice.
Counterfeit, certainly good to have. You'll want it. It's the buy, as well as for trashing the coppers.
It's not that obvious what to take here as first five because there are so many good fives.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm thinking apprentice, but I definitely don't think counterfeit is terrible or anything. It's good to have.
Yeah, I mean apprentice is nice when you hit your estates for sure. If not, you're just sad, but it's not obvious if
Mm-hmm.
you go for counterfeit or apprentice first. But enlarge could also be great.
Yeah, I would
So
consider any of the three.
yeah,
On the 3-4, probably like grotto stowaway, conceivably, or silver. Maybe
stowaway.
you just get silver.
Yeah, could be. I like the grotto for sure.
Yeah, they both
I'm not.
definitely should get grotto, I think.
Grotto is so nice.
So as Viking here, do you grotto
Yeah.
2 estates, buy another grotto, or grotto everything? He's going with the first one. I'm never sure which is better in that kind of scenario.
I don't know either.
Watu Lamini, could you mute yourself, please? Watu
Still
Lamini,
unmuted.
could you please mute yourself? Apparently not. Okay, maybe I'll just mute them on my side so that at least the sound isn't coming through to the recording.
Yeah.
What's happening? We have enlargers in the deck.
Yeah. And some advisors and grotto, but only one
That's
grotto. Only Viking has grottos. Tufftaeh skip the grottos, okay?
that's surprising. Okay, I think better have the grottos.
Yeah.
Is it time for a second counterfeit or just 2 more advisors?
Good question.
Who has the
We
enlarge? Is
skip.
it tufftaeh? Yes. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
So maybe enlarge, because Viking doesn't have a way to trash estates yet.
No, he hasn't. So yeah.
And I
I
would
mean, he has the grottos, but
yeah, except apparently didn't get
it's
one down this turn.
yeah.
Yeah, so I think either enlarge or apprentice here.
Yeah.
Probably enlarge is better by now.
Because it's faster than Apprentice, or just because it had more flexibility on doing the
Yeah, I
things.
guess I'm thinking more the latter one.
Hmm.
Like, you want the advisors now, whereas earlier you might have just rather had the 2 cards straight away off of apprentice. Like, that was probably the better bonus for trashing estates. But now the advisors are worth more in your deck, is my thinking.
Hmm. Yeah, that makes sense.
Hmm.
What do you
Um,
think?
you could consider oh, a gold. Okay.
Gold, okay, interesting. I mean, he has a lot of draw with the advisors.
Uh-huh. Eventually you could like mint golds and apprentice them or enlarge them here. So that sounds maybe good. But then
Mm-hmm.
you would need a mint, so you want to get the mint
Yeah,
soon. Maybe this turn you get mint.
that's a lot of advisors for tufftaeh.
Yeah, that seems
So
okay.
you enlarge the estate to another advisor.
Could do, yeah. Seems reasonable. I think with advisors generally, if you want them, you want lots of them.
Yeah. I mean, what else would you? You can only get a 4-cost max, right?
Yeah,
Up to
it seems
2
better
more.
than
So
stowaway.
yeah.
Are we gonna mint? It looks like it. I like the mint here. I think it's
Mm-hmm.
good. And start minting golds.
Yeah, he has a golden deck. That's great. So you can just yeah. I like the idea. Didn't think of it myself, but it sounds good.
Oh, changed his mind.
Okay. Doesn't want to play the silver probably. Wait, didn't he?
Yeah, he
Isn't
had
it
not
just the
played the
same as he
silver.
did? Yeah, it's just the same
Maybe he's gonna
for the other.
farmland the silver into a mint?
Oh,
I,
that I don't know.
I don't know why that would be better, but I don't think that would be better. I think you'd rather keep the silver, probably.
Yeah,
I do think taking mint here is. Yep, yep.
yeah, great. That's nice.
Ah, these are cute little menagerie grottos.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Very cute mouse.
Advisor seems good.
Yeah, I mean he needs the draw for sure. All the advisors are nearly
Mm-hmm.
into the stack.
Yeah, Viking also has the problem that he has to sacrifice something if he wants to get a mint, which he probably does want to get a mint because he's going to need
Mm-hmm.
a way to gain golds if he wants to use apprentice, which he probably does because tufftaeh has like all of the advisors.
Yeah,
So it's a bit tricky.
but that's a really sad mint trash here. I mean, he has also the counterfeit for trashing the coppers,
Oh
so that's
yeah, you can't
probably
really.
not too bad.
Oh yeah, trashing the counterfeit is not great. Oh wait, but he
Yeah,
has another one. I hadn't realized that Viking had both the counterfeits. Huh. Okay, that's not as bad then.
yeah.
So tufftaeh needs a counterfeit for sure.
Oh, what does he enlarge here?
Maybe.
Advisor to a gold.
Hmm.
He has a lot of advisors.
I
It's
guess.
probably not too bad.
I think I would have changed the silver to counterfeit because
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna need a counterfeit. Surely it's the plus buy here.
Yeah, he sure needs a counterfeit.
It's always funny when your draw is just advisors and you have no way
Mm-hmm.
to get the last card.
Yeah.
Oh, except there's menagerie. Right. I forgot about the
Oh yeah,
mouse.
you can. Yeah,
I forgot about the
I
mouse.
I thought about that earlier and already forgot that.
Yep.
I mean, so if you have only uniques in hand, it's just probably better to play the first advisor
Yeah. Yeah,
as mouse then.
definitely. So I thought Viking was ahead for a bit when he was doing better with the grottos, but I think he stalled out a little bit, and tufftaeh did very well to add the mint with good timing.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
tufftaeh now has a counterfeit, that's good. So I think tufftaeh might now be pretty well
So
ahead.
does he just enlarge the goats then?
I guess so,
Tufte?
yeah, yeah. Seems to be the plan.
Can you enlarge province to province, or do we have to gain
Yeah, you
something more?
can, you can.
Okay, so that's probably not bad then.
Yeah, it could end the game fairly fast. The problem is he needs a crown or something, right? Or a lost city,
Mm-hmm.
because there's
Yeah,
no
yeah,
can't play the
that's
mint
true.
and the enlarge. So I assume he's gonna
Mm.
maybe just mint one more gold here and then get some kind of village for next turn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that.
Don't know whether crown or lost city is better. The nice thing about the crown is you
Mm.
can use it with counterfeit at some point if you want to as well. Okay,
Yeah,
doing the enlarging already. I wanted to get the village first and add one more gold in the meantime.
yeah, I think that's the safer way to play. And I think to Pyrrhus' question, I think Crown is better than Lost City because it's just more flexibility.
Yeah, I'm thinking so as well. It's more flexible. It doesn't have the downside where you draw your opponent a card, and it's
Yeah,
not like you need.
I would have liked to counterfeit the silver here and gain a crown and
Yeah,
something.
I assume he's gonna play the counterfeit. I think I agree with counterfeiting the silver just to be rid of it. Although you don't need rid of it, do you?
Okay, he did.
He maybe is going to counterfeit. Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
and now you can just go crown and probably another gold first.
Well, you don't want to be buying
Or do you
golds now
just,
because you can just mint them.
yeah, that's also
So
true. And
if you're
you can
counterfeiting the
always,
silver, I would think it's province crown, yeah.
yeah,
So just hoping to like
yeah,
enlarge
okay,
out
yeah.
the rest of the
Yeah,
provinces.
as long as you have the points lead, you can just enlarge your provinces to
Mhm.
provinces and you are just fine.
Mhm. I think tufftaeh has a path towards the win now. Let's see
Yeah,
if Viking can do anything about it.
Viking has not that much money in deck, but he can mint a gold.
Can mint a gold but
And he
can't
also,
draw it. Yeah, needs a
yeah,
crown as well, right?
yeah. I mean, at least you can grotto three things and just
Yes.
mint the gold.
Yes, I like having the grottos for sure. Although maybe he minted.
Especially when you have more green cards in your deck, they are really, really nice. Or just mint, just grottoing all the money that you don't need this turn for the next turn.
Yep, this makes
Yeah.
sense to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And take
He
maybe
has to take a
two
province, right?
crowns? I don't know. I think if he's gonna catch up, he needs to be building in like a bigger deck than what tufftaeh can do.
That's true. That's also true.
Lost
Lost City,
City,
okay.
maybe. I do kind of see it because, I mean, tufftaeh is definitely drawing already,
Yeah,
so.
yeah, yeah.
But I want a crown to have the power with like crowning counterfeits in the end game. That can do a lot.
Yeah,
No, buying the
uh,
gold just can't be it.
crowns seem better to me.
You can mint for golds. And now, yeah. Mm.
It's just sad when you can mint for them but and not draw up,
Yep.
but for that you just need a crown or something.
Yeah, he should be able to do that now with the Lost City.
Yeah, hope we will see that. Does Tufta already enlarge the province to province here?
That is the question.
I mean, why not?
Looks like yes.
I can see that because he's far ahead by now,
Uh-huh,
and
uh-huh.
Viking can't catch up that fast, I guess.
Yeah, I think
I mean, you have to be careful when the deck of Viking is good enough and has enough money to double province or something, but as long,
yeah, I mean I think Viking could double province, right? If he
yeah, then he
counterfeits
can
some gold,
enlarge.
but probably not triple.
Yeah, and pretty sure tufftaeh will take another province here, so he has a good enough points lead.
Um, yeah. Yeah, crowning the mint makes sense because I don't think you want to take
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
think you want to take more than one here. More than one province. Because I think it
Yeah,
may
I think one is fine.
it may well be within tufftaeh's power to within Viking's power to triple with enlarge and
Yeah,
counterfeit. Although he
it
doesn't have
seems
a
hard, but
crown.
it's possible. So yeah, you better go safe and just take one province here, and hopefully can end the game next turn as tufftaeh.
What do you take with it? Maybe a lost city?
Or another crown. I
Yeah,
don't know.
maybe.
I think a crown. I think I would go crown.
Mhm, mhm.
Tufftaeh agrees.
Yep, I like it.
Yeah, I
I'm pretty sure
think
Viking
fine.
can't quad. That seems
Yeah,
very hard. Like
to enlarge, you can.
there are two golds and two counterfeits, but he doesn't even have a province to mill, so he would have to enlarge gold.
Yeah, so you can enlarge one gold to province. You can counterfeit two golds.
Yeah, it's not quite
He
that,
didn't
right?
draw the. Yeah, he did. I don't see it, but maybe I'm just bad at counting today.
I also could be miscounting. Yeah, I think it's short.
No, it's short.
Yeah. Um. So what do you do instead? Take some
You can't take
duchies?
another province.
No, definitely not.
Does
Farmland
farmland make?
silver into duchy?
Yeah, I was thinking about that, but not sure if that really helps.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. You might be better off farmlanding the estate into advisor to have more draw
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's probably better.
and hope you get another turn.
Don't count. I don't like counterfeiting the counterfeit.
No, he didn't. He just
Oh,
played them both.
okay. Ah, yeah, okay.
Oh, fleet! I forgot about fleet. Yeah, yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah,
Buying
fleet
fleet
is
makes a
fine.
lot of sense.
Yeah, that's true.
I was
I
kind of
saw it at the
blind.
beginning of the game, and
Yep,
then
same
I
here. I looked at it like around turn 3 or
fleet
something. I was
can
like,
be
oh yeah, at
nice
some
here.
point they'll fleet. But
Yeah, I
okay.
mean that's great. You have farmlands and fleet for that makes it even trickier for tufftaeh. But I think if he
Yeah,
can triple here, is just fine, right?
I think so. And I think he should be able to.
He didn't draw any money so far, so
I would have crowned the advisor there, I think. But, well, So you can mill a
hmm.
couple of provinces, but that's no longer looking so great with the now that
Yeah,
Viking has the fleet.
yes. Hmm. So what are these last two cards? What does he do now?
I
Oh,
think at
he's going
least
for
one of them is an advert.
interesting.
This is interesting.
Wow. Oh wait, he can.
This is surprising.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's a lot
A
of
little bit.
points. Okay, okay. I guess it is quite a lot of points for Viking to catch up, but also it's not that
With
huge.
farmlands and duchies, that's probably he has a lot of buys. He has
Hmm.
enlarged.
Although
It is
tufftaeh
enlarged
doesn't know this, but
display.
we can also see.
Yeah.
Oh no, the grotto can menagerie, alright. So yeah, the hand is fine. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
we've gone back. What's happening?
Yeah. Probably he realized fleet and that it's risky.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the kind of undo that
Mm.
I don't love. It's just me. It's just me. Drawing on. That makes sense, I think.
Yeah. That's.
I think you deny crown here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now it's still not clear to me what to do.
Yeah.
I think you have to buy
You're at
fleet.
the yeah. You're at the same point as before where you could you could empty provinces, but you still
Mhm.
risk of losing the game.
Mhm.
So the first fleet turn is Vikings, yeah. So he could
Assuming that
yeah.
tufftaeh empties here.
Yeah. And takes fleet, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Can he do both?
Um
Uh
maybe not
9,
actually.
10, 11, 12, 13. Oh, it's 13 money, right?
Oh, you're right. Yeah,
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 not
yeah.
it's exactly
Uh-huh. Yeah, if he
mill into
mills two
provinces, buy a
provinces.
province,
Yep.
and buy a fleet. And then
Yep.
he has a 12 points lead. So yeah, but that that should be safe if he
It
takes
might
fleet,
be
I
enough.
guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, with the fleet. Yeah, yeah.
With a fleet,
Uh-huh.
but he needs itself himself. So
Yep. Yeah, I think I agree. This is the way to go.
I mean, if it's going perfect, then Viking can just catch up these points, but I don't
Yeah.
see.
Can't really take enough of a lead that tufftaeh won't be able to overcome it.
Yeah, and
Agreed.
farmland doesn't help now because the provinces are gone.
I mean, it
Yeah,
may still help if you can farmland a silver or something, but yeah.
yeah. Okay, I just meant this farmland in hand doesn't help to get a province here because they
Uh-huh,
are
uh-huh.
gone, and you can't do anything else with it.
Right.
But yeah,
Well,
you
depends
can
what you
still
draw,
score
right?
with farmlands. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, that's not a great turn.
Yeah, so this isn't gonna catch up,
No,
I don't think. I think you can just
mm,
resign
yeah, or just take the.
the duchies, yeah.
Mm,
And then tufftaeh doesn't need to do anything.
yeah,
Well, a good match.
yeah, interesting match.
Yeah, some stuff that did not go quite the way I was expecting. Definitely some
Yeah,
good play by tufftaeh, I think, to get the win overall is good.
yeah,
And some good stuff by Viking as well.
yeah, for sure.
That's just, oh yeah, tufftaeh is
Look
playing
how
out
many
the fleet
enlarge.
turn. Very
Yeah,
good. So that was 4-2 in the end, right? For
yes,
tufftaeh.
yes, it is.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much for commentating with me. This was long, but
Thanks
it
for
was,
having me.
yeah, it was engaging, right? Good match.
Yeah, it was. It was very long but also engaging and really fun.
Good stuff. Yeah. Okay, well done to both players, and see everyone later.
Bye.